to something somewhat generic helps teams a lot.
And changeable between games.
Yeah, because I remember like back when like in old days of like solo VP era of like drafting, he would look at a game, they'd lose a game, and it's like, oh, we just need this, and then suddenly they'd have 3 or 4 elements of this very simple concept added to the next game, and then they would obliterate their opponent because they know like, oh, X team doesn't know how to split push. Okay, we'll then just wrap the map ourselves. Or X team can't team fight. We'll then add more team fight. You know, it's like he would always simplify it, and that's when they're in their dominant era. And it does work if you know how to correctly put in.
How to word it. I think the biggest thing is the coach is how to word it, because it's sometimes a bit,
ESPORTS,
I don't want to say aggravating, but it's like it feels a bit bad when they're like, just don't do this.
It can come across condescending if you don't do it correctly or phrase it correctly, right?
We have the similar pick and ban orders as previous game, similar sides as the previous game, similar first bans that both teams have done thus far. It was the puck that Tundra respected at this point previous game, and then on the other side, Shadow Fiend and Beastmaster were removed from the pool. So the main question would be, because it was Batrider that Tundra picked up first, is that something you're going to address?
I would like to think the draft could be the same up until the second phase, and then Aurora has to pivot slightly on the Phoenix, the Ember, the Tiny. One of those heroes would change. But I could see a world where it's first pick Bat, respond with Wind Ranger, then you enter the next phase, and then
Wind looked good last game.
Yeah, like the Wind Ranger did good. It's just you just didn't have anyone else to really catapult her game.
Again, I said this before, I think it's a 16-17 is the biggest one for me. If you want to run the Tiny again, sure. It's probably fine. It's not my favorite, but I think that it's fine if that's what they want, and it's stealing it from the other team.
There it is. You do the same thing. You do Bat, you do Wind. You open the next phase as Aurora. You're on 13.
Aurora Gaming's
100% win.
No,
you breathe. If you wanted to copy it.
Well, if you're Tundra, then you win a game and you change it up.
Yep. Was there an argument that maybe Tundra was thinking of like tree going up in priority for Aurora? So yeah, they take the tree themselves, and
that leaves the bet for Aurora,
of course. But then you're also now expecting in the next phase, Aurora, are they really going to only ban, let's say, a Shaman? And then Tundra's going to get their tree Shaman combination potentially in the next phase. They'll be happy. And Aurora then goes straight away for the Timber Saw. I mean, of course, on paper, it makes sense. Being able to kill off the trees, have a good lane. Yeah, exactly. Nothing too complicated.
Previous game, we talked a lot about Batrider being very good in that game. But the other person we almost gave MVP to was Parker on his Morphling.
Yep.
I want to know what makes a good Morphling game, because that looked super strong, and I think Aurora should be mindful of it.
Free farm, free farm in lane where you know you're going to be fine.
Tundra ESPORTS,
and also matchups that you know you cannot die. Like, you want your Morphling player to play the limits. You see Ember, Phoenix, Tiny. You have a good body to steal, and you're never really getting combo down. So once you get to like Vlad's Manta, you can turn up to fights and feel good. In team fights or in other lineup, you'll always feel like, I need another item, I need this, I need that. But you're just weak heroes against the Morphling.
The biggest thing as well for the Morph is, it's like in the last game it looked so good because you had so many heroes to turn into. It was like basically you click ult on 3 different targets. You're happy. It's like
quick cast. Oh, whoops! I'm accidentally Wind Ranger. Okay, we're gonna play the fight.
I'm Tiny, and I think also it's just the ability to have your team help you just commit, like having random casual stuns or random slows, because Morph doesn't have that outside of some ult. But it's like in the last game it felt so easy for him to hit targets.
I have another question.
Yes.
So far, every single game we've watched in the second phase, Aurora has banned Meepo, still in the pool now. Is Timber already preemptively countering a Meepo, or is this something that Tundra is going to want to get?
I'd argue if only Timber is there, they can Meepo.
Okay.
If it's Timber and another couple kind of ground the spells, then it can be maybe a slight deterrent, but...
Because it's 18th pick for Tundra.
Yeah, they could Meepo. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes even versus Heroic, I think teams struggle with this. Having to ban the Meepo currently, I think with all the strong
Tundra ESPORTS,
in my opinion, if you want to... that's Ember Coddle. I think genuinely, if you want to ban the Meepo, you have to not ban like 3 to 4 of the broken heroes you're banning in the first phase. Like Largo, TA, Shadow Fiend, Beast. Genuinely, ban like the Meepo. ban the Tiny and ban like 2 random heroes. Like some people would ban like, I've seen this actually happen in tournaments where they want everything in the pool. I think Astini used to do this. He'd be like, we're banning Orchard and Techies. Just heroes that aren't relevant to the draft won't be picked because you want everything in the pool. Because then it forces a trade one way or the other. One team is happy. But now it's like, yeah, Meepo is pretty good here on 18.
And it's surely on their radar.
It is getting better and better. I see Phoenix. Meepo again is in play. Like, the thing with Meepo is, as soon as you get the Ags timing, some of the old counters don't mean anything anymore. Unless you perfectly combo them down before you actually get the Mega Need off, you do get to just take over fights, right?
All right, imagine he gets revenge right now and Makoto picks the bat.
Oh my goodness, bat's still in. I forgot about that part.
It's like he just lost Ember to bat. Now he's like, all right, run it back.
There is
yeah, cool.
Slight difference though, because the Keeper of Light will be playing into mid lane as early as possible. So you're going to expect a level 6 Keeper of Light after minute 7 with Solar Bind, with an Ember Spirit, constantly pumping out damage, and that might annoy Makoto's pick slightly. Also, Makoto hasn't really played Huskar competitively, only 1 game in 2018. So some people might be going, oh, just pick the Huskar, break the lane. He doesn't play it. So Tundra trying to call it there.
Or if he has, he's saving it for a special day.
Yes,
for TI Game 5.
There we go. You know,
very good. Trained you guys well.
Yep. We're always listening.
Is there anything else that sounds... There's like a Necrophos, which is like okay. Like I'm trying to think of like the anti-Ember heroes, but I think if you commit to... Yeah, I don't know. Viper is probably on the better end because it's not too hard committal. Whereas like the Necro is getting into that sketchy territory.
Then means that you don't have good lockdown. Shaman's your only stun. So to try and counter the Ember in lane, you will trade other elements of your lineup.
Ooh.
Okay, I like this. It's a carry that makes Ember's life really sad. You can shield off the chain so his early game aggression is lower. Also, versus the Keeper of the Light and the tree, you also will buy Manta, you have your ult, so you have so many different like dispels that this is generally probably top 3 like most annoying heroes to play Ember into.
ESPORTS,
and I think another bonus is Timber is actually a pretty good lane versus the Ember if they want to do that. Sure, I think WS is like an amazing Timber, and it's not super likely that he gives it up, but I think it's a Timber favorite mid matchup.
I'm always entertained by seeing anti-mage banned, regardless of if there's space for
you have to. There's nothing more tilting than queuing up a pub, seeing your teammate pick Medusa, and anti-mage is not.
And it was Aurora that admitted that they forgot about it
in this matchup.
That's very fun.
Should never forget about it. Tundra,
it is impossible.
You would think it's impossible, but when they were
well, I just mean like to win. I don't know what the win rate is, but I feel like it has to be some absurdly high win rate for the anti-mage.
So one-sided. And Aurora, they've displayed like a lineup that is going to need a bit of time to get online, and that alone is an indicator of we can pick the Medusa. You're not really threatened by Timbersaw, you're not really threatened by the support duo. You can also down the line get a shard and Ags if you really want to.
This is such a good Medusa.
It's really good.
It's so good versus Timber, because one of the nice things that Timber does is the slow on his ult, which is based on how much health you're missing. Medusa is always 100% health, so it doesn't do anything. And just like the laning stage, you kind of like outlane him, and then also your support is Keeper of the Light. So you have this kind of mana battery that's just permanently feeding you, so you have infinite health effectively.
And normally in these lineups you go, okay, so you break the map, you try and take away the triangle, you need to do these motions to stop the Medusa getting to her like 2 or 3 item timing of she's online. But they don't really have the tools to do that. Like, it's Shaman and Timber versus the world. Of course, there will be a 24 pick.
5 seconds remaining. Tundra
you said maybe mid-Timber. Whatever it is, that hero has to stop the Ember from playing the game.
Yeah, but then you're also fighting to an Ember tri-lane mid, right?
It will be a tri-lane.
It's going to be, the Keeper Light's going to show up, the tree's going to show up. It is hard for any mid hero to kind of pressure into that just because of the nature of the heroes.
I have a suggestion.
Okay. For
they put the Timber mid, they put the Abaddon offlane, they put Wind Ranger carry, build diffusals. Not multiples.
Multiple diffusals on wind.
Yeah.
It could work, yeah.
I don't know if there's any other, like what other solution do you have to deal with the Medusa in particular?
Tundra then picks Centaur, and now this all falls apart. This is a casual Centaur.
But it's overall last pick, they picked the Batrider anyway.
Ooh.
Surprise.
That's... Okay. My suggestion.
Yes.
A little more simple.
Yeah.
Tidehunter offline. You buy Pipe, which is good for all these heroes. You have the Self Dispel with the Blubber. The Anchor Smash is really good versus Dusa because she already kind of like lowers her damage with the split shot, so you lower it even more.
5 seconds
The Anchor Smash
remaining.
gives them a body, gives them kind of like pseudo catch with Dead in the Water. It's not like a stun, but it just makes it a hard target. I feel like Batrider playing into this will have such a hard time finding lassos when you're playing into an Abba, you're playing into a Tide Hunter. Probably a Lotus is going to be on the Timber or...
Yeah.
I kind of want something punchier. Like, let's assume Timber's mid, then it's like I want like the Darks or the pipe buying with a bit of Parker. You have to think about your items slightly, but I don't even like that. The Medusa pick really just complicates things.
But are we all on board with Monkey King?
Select your heroes.
Now we know Mickey can play it.
Yeah, or it's to mid lane.
How is Makoto's Monkey?
It's going to be probably very good. I'd assume if you're picking it on 24, knowing you're playing into an Ember, an old school matchup. I don't see it too often nowadays though, so clearly across the pros the matchup isn't as spooky. My fear is Kotal's going to go mid early, so you're going to have the mischance being applied. I don't know if it's as good of a Monkey v Ember because of all the other elements in play.
I don't like this. I have a very bad feeling for Aurora's draft. Like, I think they get to some point in the game where they start snowballing. Like they do win the lanes, they play fast, they slow down the Dusa, and they get the snowball lead. Yeah, they can win. But I think that's just an easy thing to say about most drafts. You're like, if they get the lead, it's all good. Sure. But getting there, I think, is so hard for their draft. The Monkey versus Ember matchup is honestly kind of even now. Monkey's been nerfed so much that even if you kind of do really bad as Ember, all it takes is one slight chance. The Monkey will die to any TP because he's such a weak hero nowadays, and the game falls apart. You also have the Batrider versus it. I think that Deuce is going to free from top. I think Ever's going to free from mid. I think you have a Batrider. You have 33 Bat. No matter what happens to kind of his games, he's able to find farm and like cut the waves. And Abba's not a carry that pressures him. Phoenix isn't a hero that pressures him.
But what if Makoto, right? We talked about mid lane being the theme of this series.
Sure.
Monkey does beat Ember, right? He goes to the old playbook and he's able to do it. Buys the Diffusal, gets time, Abaddon gets Manta, Radiance, and whatever. Medusa can't do this damage because you've got Monkey and an Abba scaling. Like, there is a world where if Monkey does the job that it's meant to do on paper, we could see Aurora repeat their draft. But I think Tundra, it's just a lot of comfort, and I can just see Medusa just full chill if these things don't happen.
I don't really like Monkey.
Well, we said earlier that Ember was going to have a tri-lane in the mid lane. Is that going to be the same for the Monkey King? Is he going to be able to count on help?
You're going to need all the supports mid. Because Ember's going to be calling Kotal mid.
It's going to be a 3v3 at like 6 minutes in the game. It's just that those 3v3s usually don't really like favor the Monkey. They favor the Ember. So it's just terrifying.
A lot of things to think about. And I'm sure that KP has thought about everything. He's standing by with Slacks right now.
Absolutely, Shiver. You know it. We got the big thinker here, Mr. KP, coming in yet again. Now, this is a kind of a scary draft for me, at least. Maybe I'm dumb, but I saw that Medusa and I went, oh, shit. I mean, it seems like a pretty strong hero. Would you say that's the scariest hero that they have on theirs, or do they have someone better?
Yeah, not really.
30 seconds to battle.
Ember Kotal is more scary. Good combo, but we're ready for it. Yeah.
All right, first pick Timbersaw coming out there. Kind of interesting. Obviously, is a flex pick. Could be mid, could be off lane. Was that kind of the idea? Keep them guessing? Are both your Timbersaw players as good?
We have 3 Timbersaw players.
Who's that? Who's the third?
My carry.
Okay.
You guys gotta watch out when you're drafting this.
The carry Timbersaw could be coming out?
The battle begins.
Jeez, I hope not. Good God. All right. Let's get a little bit serious here as we go into this one. Do you think that there's one thing they could have done better in the draft? What would you have done if you could have redid that draft?
The draft was perfect. The coach did a really good job, and it's all down to the players' gameplay, 100%.
All right. So if this is a loss, then it's up to those damn players. They got to get their shit together, right? Know it, baby. All right. Well, let's see if those damn players can get their stuff together. Mr. Wakabagaga and Gareth.
Thank you, Jacob. As we head into Game 3, elimination on the line with 1 game remaining here in the lower bracket. And KP there saying he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those damn players ruining his draft. No, good chance here for Aurora, but is a very all-in, very risky with this Monkey King who hasn't seen a lot of success.
Yeah, we have a pause for Ember to reconnect. He has the monkey bug right now. If you're not familiar, it's the thing where he just T-poses on you and you can't see when he's last hitting. So he'll reconnect and then he'll be fine. Generally, that fixes it.
It's annoying when your opponent just starts aura farming and hitting creeps without you really having any...
Sliding towards you, taking your last hits. Fortunately, there is a quick fix. And yeah, the draft is perfect. Huh? The players are now in position where they have to solve it simply. I think the Monkey King is going to work, to be honest. I think like this. The mid matchup against Ember, it is favorable. Even if Monkey King was nerfed to some degrees, I don't think his laning stage is that nerfed. He even has better BAT now than he has before, you know, if we go back a little bit. And I think once you get Jingu going, you should be pretty fine. EZM, though, doing a great job disconnecting these creeps. Not secure that he at least gets all the melee creeps.
Yeah, pushes the wave, then plays forward on the tower, drags the next wave, so a little bit of tech there as Kaori is first blooded down bottom by a Keeper of the Light. Light beats fire. Is that the rock, paper, scissors we're going for here?
Yeah,
Gandalf beats the Balrog? Is that what happened?
I mean, spoilers. Come on, man. I haven't finished.
Terribly sorry.
I haven't finished. What? I think this lane is hard for Abaddon to be as mobile. Batrider is always going to look to do stuff like he's doing right now, just cutting creeps, and Caudle is super fast as well, so it's a little bit difficult. Abaddon will free farm, but he can't really interfere with all these shenanigans going on.
So another story here of Aurora looking for this laning phase victory, while Tundra toying with them somewhat, running around, killing off Mira up top with that final projectile of Parker. At least WS does have wave arriving and the kill on Whitemoth.
Yeah. Getting himself some kill on Timber is going to be important. He needs to get stronger in this game so that we can see some momentum coming out from him. Because the only way that this Radiant draft is going to work is by them overrunning and taking out the early towers. There's no way that you want to go slowly into a game against Medusa. It's going to be so tough.
Aurora wanting strong lanes and Tundra saying we're not playing lanes. Just dragging waves behind towers and farming backwards through the jungle. Yeah. 33 getting a lot of value down south, while BZM has kept up in the last hit department, 10-1 against his Monkey King opponents, 11 or 12-2. Now 33, having taken all the resources, goes back home, refills, and will return.
That's some good farm for him at least, and then he's got to go away. And they got that small camp pull up top, some good harassment onto Mira.
A nice route there. Parker throws the arrows in, but a blood grenade and WS's chase pushes them back behind their tower for now.
Overall, this should be a stronger lane, I would say, for Timbersaw and Rasta. Sure, the Twin Protector and Medusa are very, very strong, but fighting-wise, fighting into Timbersaw when you're a tree is just difficult.
And now in the mid lane, level 3 on Mikoto has this last hit advantage by about a wave, and it's going to get stronger and stronger from here on out, right? Harder for BZM to actually stay.
BCM making an adjustment on the lane as well. You can see that he went for boots first instead of bottle first. This is what you want to do when you have a really, really unfavorable matchup. You just adapt to make sure that you have some mobility.
Boots and branches. Pull himself up by the bootstraps.
Quite literally, yes.
Do what he can in that lane. Well, it seems like 33 on the way back to his lane, farms through 2 jungle camps. So really supreme efficiency from the Batrider.
Yeah, giving some time for the Caudle to get some farm in lane. Meanwhile, he was gone. 33, he's not really back to his lane. He's back to behind the lane, of course, because who wants to fight against an Abaddon when you're playing Batrider?
Yeah, Abaddon, one of the better heroes, though, at kind of farming under his own tower, can tank up a ton of hits. Not really bothered by anything.
Radiant's courier.
This is a game where, like the panel was saying, we've got Abaddon here against the Bat and the Trium. So he's got the Borrow Time and the Shield to be able to disengage with some Tundra's spells.
Yeah, it's a good value pick for sure.
Dived, healed up by Wand and Lotus there, but still shackled up, even under his tower, taking the brunt of the damage from Kaori, Mira, and WS.
Top tower is
A
under
little bit
attack.
surprised that he didn't see a TP from Caudle, maybe to give him Chakra Magic, but Caudle feeling busy down bottom, getting some pulls going as well. Nice move overall by Phoenix, recognizing that if there's no lane bottom, I'll just go and do whatever I can on the side lane. Go through that gate.
We're expecting the tri lane to start brewing mid lane as well. Potential movement in there. The next minute, active runes start spawning. In the meantime, Mira has tracked back onto BZM. trying to contest him as he pulls these creeps across into the river.
Oh, stand up. A little boglet.
Radiant's middle tower is
tendrils
under
thrown at him.
attack.
Monkey's gonna TP back mid. Too many creeps that would die to tower otherwise.
That was up his rightful farm. Air to the mid lane.
Yeah, his timing is really gonna be the diffusal from mid lane though. Mikoto, for now. Oh, Jesus, 33, what is this stack?
Fat bat! Dropping guano everywhere. There's a mesh down his bottom left corner.
Yeah, it's been eating good. Tranquil Boots ready to unlock whenever as well to get his HP.
BZM. Creeps are hitting him. And the Shackle's not going to be able to finish him off. He thinks there's high ground walls there, but Mira has been sat here for the better part of 2 minutes.
Exactly, it's a little bit off to the side. Off on the left side. Nice play by Rasta though. Just interfering with Ember, slowing down his level 6. That's really going to be the timing. I think the mid Monkey has worked out so far. The fact that he's level 4 on Ember and Monkey is about to hit level 6. Making it sound very sensational as Ember also hits level 5. So he's 1 level behind.
Yeah. Not as disastrous as it used to be, right? Even in recent history, we've had these Monkey versus Ember lanes go really poorly, where Ember has like 7 last hits and Monkey has 40. But recent times, we've got these lane drags, supports, water runes, everything adding up to make life a little less difficult.
People got better at understanding you just buy boots and pull creeps somewhere, and the opponent has to, you know, either ignore you or connect the creeps, and that's literally their 2 plays. They can't really chase you. So Mikoto has done the best he can on mid.
In the tri lane though, 3 heroes for Aurora with the catapult onto the tier 1 mid. Ari and Ember paired up, but no sign that Treant's going to be joining. Seems like Whitemon's job is just to tend to Parker.
Yeah, for now that's all his focus. Monkey thinking about joining him for the wisdom. Not gonna go over there just yet. 33, there's a wraparound behind him.
2 supports, in from behind, straight towards glorious Batrider.
Got the boots, the drums.
Illuminate, there's a lot of damage towards Kaori, but he sidesteps it. Double Wisdom Shrine for Aurora.
Smooth move and using their early game power spike. Get that advantage in experience. And Koto is only level 3, so he will be stuck pretty low level in this game.
What the hell are you doing over here? Korea sniping Calvo.
Let's go, Cardi.
Oh, what goated Cardi.
You'll get him next time, Gareth.
Oh, if only he'd actually killed it. Right, next patch, catapults do double damage to Couriers.
What is this? Why is there a car parked here?
What's going on over there? BZM's tipping Mira. I guess another aggressive move in towards that top jungle. Ember's going to be able to slip away, though, and get back safely.
Yeah, they're trying to take the mid tower using 3 heroes, essentially, and then also being efficient and get some stacks. Tower damage is not the best without the Rasta works, though, so Ember should be able to just clear this. He's about to hit level 6.
So right now, Ember is the net worth difference. The gap between him and Monkey King is what's given us Aurora a mild net worth lead 8 minutes in. Do you think this is enough that they've been able to get out of this Monkey pick, or am I too linear in thinking it's just the lane matchup?
The lane is one thing, but to me the big timing is going to be Diffusal, and when he starts moving around looking for Parker. One of the big strengths of Monkey is his mobility, his gank ability. So I want to see how he's going to do there before I can really say whether it was the correct pick or not.
Dire's middle tower.
Dakota's able to do. He's in on top of Ari. Half health Monkey. A little worrisome that he's all alone there, because Aurora has sent all of their forces to that top area of the map. And the Abaddon going through the Twin Gate, joining and then returning to bot. Cleared out.
Heads back to his lane. Meanwhile, Batrider also farming a lot, going towards the Bongo Boots. Can be very useful, by the way. Boots of Bearing is extremely strong against the Monkey King ulti. Just to reposition your team, it's not just for yourself, but for everyone else to be able to get out of that as fast as possible.
Dive in from Kaori. No more reveal. Paimon stands next to his own sentry. Tier 1 tower still alive, surprisingly enough. That living armor, of course, helping out. They can actually amass their heroes around.
Sliding in behind. He's on the tree. They saw each other.
Deucer's coming in, but the Treant's the first point of contact. Wukong's commands of Parker to the right. Ari's here in an awkward spot as 33 wants to fight back. Dakota's shielded while Whitemon's burnt down. V-Tune level 8 pops the ulti. Borrow time going and back to half health while the Shackles connect on the Batrider now. Burnt by the Chakra and the Sun Rain from the Phoenix. Are in trouble as Mikoto gap closes on the couple, but the speedy Gandalf down to Shadowfax and hide in the tree line.
Ember's gonna be fine. Monkey King. Oh, the coddle though. Very nice connection by Mikoto. He led all that, he initiated, and the follow-up by the Abaddon, saving him with the Aphotic Shield, because otherwise he looked like he was stuck on an island, unable to lifesteal from anybody. Then he gets shielded in the nick of time.
And no room, no quarter, nothing here for Tundra, even jumping back to get the haste rune to stop BZM from refilling.
Yeah, a very big part of this game is going to be rune controlling as well as Ember. We saw how hard the King is shut down. If he does not get to have successful fights, the same could happen in this game with this Ember. And in particular, when Medusa does not want to produce fights or go and do anything active anywhere, he will have to rely on the supports only to fight with. And of course, 33 from the offlane.
I'm on bodyguard duty. Trying to keep sentries, observables, even his own body in front of the Parker Medusa to make sure that no one's going to come and kill him. Parker's not allowed to die more than once.
Yeah, he's
had his one death already.
Exactly. He's rushing towards the Manta style, which is very, predictable. It's going to be the correct build as well. He's playing as the Phoenix. He is Medusa. Basically enough to go Manta.
This Batrider though, man. Farming Ancients, clearing camps, 5,200 net worth. 9 stacked by Tundra there, and I think 33 took most of them.
Yeah, he's been very efficient about how he plays the Batrider. Really an instructional game for anyone who wants to learn how to play a hard lane, because he basically had an unplayable lane. Laning into Abaddon, and he is still the top farmer on his team, so super impressive how he handles these situations.
Sacred Tundra Batrider.
White Mom. Keeping an eye on WS, who's pretty low HP over here on the Ancients.
Sees the TP out of WS, stops it, and that gets 3-3 into position. Very low HP Timbersaw. I mean, he's just dead.
Just a casual little boop. Get rooted. Now into have level 6.
Lotus Pool with BZM nearby. Kaori has Supernova to play with alongside V-Tune. Abaddon would rather not pop his ultimate here, but it's forced out by 33. And Kaori, with no dive available, that's the Supernova. The clicks will come. Parker,
got it.
BZM, right-click it down. Easy as you like. 2 kills in a row.
Yeah, even with cooldown on the Boots of Bearing, they still just power through and auto-attack down the egg, so a lot of things backfiring there after Timber getting caught out, even bringing over the Abaddon and unable to fight. Oh, this stack.
Oh,
you do not want them to take this.
This is juicy. V-Tune trying to spend his shield to deal with it, but he doesn't have borrowed time anymore. Shield to get rid of the chains, but the chains is in. Barrowed with a lasso again onto V-Tune, blowing up the Abaddon. Even Kaori, WS bound up by the overgrowth. Tundra overwhelming Aurora with numbers, blowing up another core. Wukongs will zone them out, but Mikoto can't give chase. They've got Mirror locking onto Whitemon, killing off the tree, but a triple kill for 33!
And Medusa happily invading the enemy jungle now, farming away at these wards, and then looking towards that tier 1 tower. Creeps plus tower. Not sure they can defend any of that. Fights happening right before some key item timing for Radiant as well, off screen.
Watching the world burn!
These fights right before Radiant's completing and right before Diffusal definitely hurt Radiant a lot.
This is why this Batrider has been such a scary hero in draft.
Also big part why Ember is so strong, right? He also didn't have an item. Like, Monkey was close to his Diffusal. Ember was close to nothing. He just had
6.
Yeah, just base boots and an urn. That's all you need. Just run at people. The spells are strong by their own right.
He's 1,000 net worth behind, but he's fine. Look, is that his first rune of the game? Double damage. BZM very happy to grab it. And a 3-man smoke. Treant Koppel, not the most notorious ganking duo, but when it's an Ember Spirit as a third hero, the Lawnmower effect with the living armor, the Chakra with all the spell spam, it is pretty annoying.
Yeah, Ember just has to be careful about the Rasta into Monkey King as well. Other than that, he's pretty fine in this game. So not as scary as the previous game where we saw like tons of disables and a near unplayable Ember game. This one is pretty fine. The disables aren't that great on Radiant.
Koto's chasing. Diffusal Blade being shown off. Bottom lane, a Baton being gone on. As 33 is all locked up, taken down by the Chakrams. An Overgrowth, though, coming after the borrowed time, forces the shield and Supernova. Parker going to give it the clicks. Plenty of attack speed there to finish it off. But WS getting a double kill as he appears in the bottom lane to slice down Whitemon.
Damage empowers me.
Kills left, right, and center happening here, but very nice for Parker to be able to get involved, get some kills, and then back to farming quickly. Emperor can jump away, but he gets caught.
Oh yeah, Mirror waiting, laying the trap to get onto BZM, and this Diffusal Plate burning through all his mana, so he would have got through the disables. He didn't have any mana left anyway.
Oh, so 2 heroes I said he has to watch out for, Garrett. Why is he playing into those 2?
I don't know.
Or is it them playing into him?
Yeah, the Observer will definitely help in that top area of the map. I think they're signaling now. There's vision around.
Dire's top tower.
Good turn in pace there for Aurora, because it had started to look like Tundra had had their number for the past couple of minutes. Now defending bottom lane, playing aggressively at the top, they get some nice kills.
They do have big power spikes coming in, like, or they have connected on those power spikes. The items that I mentioned earlier are complete for Aurora now. So next Rasta wards, they could even think about going for like a Roche attempt.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Full on the rune this time, so Ember not going to be as lucky to get another one.
Dire's middle
The map is pretty steady for them. No one really pressuring for this Radiant side of the map, and they've got plenty of room to go back and farm. Radiant's from that Abaddon now able to clear out jungle camps much more effectively to get him in towards that Manta style, which Gunnar was saying. Adding another Dispel, another way to get through Overgrowth, means you can Manta yourself, borrow time yourself, obviously, and then shield someone else when they're lassoed.
Yeah, we actually had a talk in the green room earlier. I think it was it me and Gunnar? I can't remember who. But we talked about the Radiance Abaddon being so nice, but then not seeing the Manta style to follow up in previous games you and I cast.
Like Skitter went Blink, right?
Yeah, 2 times I think we saw Skitter go for the Blink Dagger instead of Manta style. I still think Manta is super good on Abaddon, despite it not applying stuff.
Oh, you're right. Very good here. Searing Chains.
Yeah, I mean, this is the dream game. There's too much to dispel.
Ideal game, even Spirit Vessel. Hiyori. Earn and Solar Bind on him. The shield is going to delay his death. Supernova used. Tundra surrounding the egg, and once again, 3-4 eggs in a row from Kaori just being clicked down. Oh, V-Tune, borrow time's expended defensively.
Monkey's here, Searing Chain though.
He's going to Wukong to try and hold on to this area, zone Tundra away, but they've dropped the Monkey to half HP already. Illuminate over the Solar Bind. He's going to change the guard, jump to a statue, Hex up there, controlling BZM. Shadow Shaman can't quite get in range though to continue the stuns.
That's Lasso looking for someone. Gonna disengage in the end. This highlighted one of the things that I keep complaining about, by the way. This fight by Aurora, they drop the egg. Abaddon walks in. Radiance does nothing, right? The miss chance used to be able to help there. It gives a bit of extra miss chance. Maybe the egg lives.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So Abaddon stuck around pretty much for nothing, not able to help the egg, and ultimately got his borrowed time triggered for no real advantage.
Testing. 9-9 though. Not really a net worth lead in it, so we're heading into this mid-game dead even. I'd imagine Parker's Medusa pretty happy with that.
Yeah, he's definitely not feeling bad. 18 minutes, still free farming, only died the one time, and towers haven't really toppled over. So they're in a good spot. Like I said though, Radiant have a lot of options ahead of them. They could think towards Roche. I think they should definitely play the top area still though, with the Tormentor spawning. Instead it's Parker. They want to get him.
Not the easiest.
Oh, he has a defensive ward. He sees everybody.
Yeah, he knows they're coming. That's all 5 of Aurora down here. It's not just that one defensive ward. There's also one further back near the lane.
Yeah, exactly. They have good vision down here in the bottom part of the map. But also now they've been allowed to set up on the top part of the map, so they are holding on to the Torment possibility.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Both teams with Observer Vision up in that Tormentor area. But it's going to be Aurora who take that tower with the Serpent Wards, head back towards the Twin Gate. They're playing into top left.
Yeah. TUNDRA are fully aware of what's happening. I think they're okay giving up the Tormentor as long as they keep getting free farm. They're closing in on that Eye of Skadi build over on the side of Medusa. Gonna be really good against the healing heroes of Radiant. All their cores rely on healing, and then you have Phoenix as well with the Sunray.
Even smoking. Medusa's going to join them. 20 minutes in, definitely one of her peaks.
Oh, Abaddon is pretty isolated.
Clearing chains after the shield. Borrowed time being held. He'll pop it and get back to full HP. Loses his courier though. That was Yasha. That's down for a while. Roshan going to yeet the Batrider across. That's a sacred animal. You're not meant to do that. WS trying to hold ground here, but the overgrowth comes in. Shadow Shaman bound up by BZM. Gets onto 3 in the back line. While 33, he's being shredded by Mikoto on the Wukong's command. Trying to get over the cliff tops as the Supernova is being focused. The Boundless Strike not enough to hold them back. They trade out 2 for 1. Aurora 2 supports down, but they're full retreat mode now as TUNDRA take control of the area.
TUNDRA in control. They're still on hot pursuit though. Monkey King wants to fight even more. Don't want to give up this area for free. They do have their cores, but without Rasta and Phoenix, the disables are pretty low. It's just Counter-Strike.
Risky business, surely, from Mikoto. Jumps on the treetops, leaps from the canopy, gets onto Parker. Backup is here from TUNDRA, though. Healing up Parker's Medusa, turning on Mikoto. The Parker Medusa low on mana, being burnt down, but healed up by everything they've got. The Chakra Magic Lotus has won. The living armor keep Parker alive!
Oh.
What are you doing?
Hard committing on Medusa with no disables there, and all of them just allowed to do whatever they want to protect. Did you see Ari standing above? He has the Holy Locket. He was just holding it saying, guys, she's not dying. I don't need to use Holy Locket. He throws it towards the very end. But that was a massive, massive bleed out for Aurora.
14,000 net worth now on Parker. He's only allowed to die once. He's had it. And it seems like he doesn't want to die again.
I mean, at this point, all of them are having a good game as well. The Batrider is the second in net worth, so even in a game where he had a, on paper, difficult lane, 33 is looking like he's gonna step up in this game. And look at him, they had vision. The Treants spotted this Monkey King from miles away.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Medusa the turret just stands her ground.
Blinding the root. They even pushed away Abaddon and rooted him away from Medusa.
Incredible. Lotuses, Holy Lockets, Wand, everything there dumped into Parker's Dusa. That's an undersold little detail as well, you know? Lotus is here, TUNDRA, the more they gather up, the more effective this Parker guy is.
Yeah, I mean, any bit of resources they can find on the map. Healing Lotus is very nice to throw onto him. Now they have Yule Scepter on Keeper of the Light as well, so he can maybe just lift up some of the DPS heroes if they overcommit. Or if Abaddon ulti triggers, he can just cast Yules on him.
And also, let's not forget V-Tune. That fight started in this top river at the top rune spot by him getting caught, losing his courier. Yasha was basically cooldown.
Yeah.
Still trying to scramble towards his Manta style. Aurora, 7k deficit against TUNDRA at this point. Starting to feel a little worse for wear.
And unfortunately, Mikoto is starting to feel like this thing is happening where you went Diffusal first, you want to counter Medusa, but you have not been able to have a chaotic game with non-stop fighting and brawling. And how many times has he actually been allowed to hit the Medusa too much with this Diffu? It's like once or twice maybe he's been on her. And if you don't get to hit the Medusa, then the Diffu loses a lot of value.
And as Aurora build up, BKB on Monkey King, Lotus on this Timber Saw, Banta on the Abaddon, some of these defensive items that should allow them to sustain in these team fights. We're looking at Bat closing in on BKB. Medusa has finished off the Skadi and is already working on her next item, while Ember has caught up tremendously. Ember's ahead of the Monkey in net worth. Well, 80 gold, but he's still ahead.
I mean, he's been involved in 11 of their 15 kills. It's always been Ember part of the action.
A blink dagger for the Timber Saw. Should at least be able to get in on top of people. Maybe find the Cottle or Treant playing from the trees. Iori grabs the haste room. It's pretty speedy. Serpent Lord dropped by the Mirror Shadow Shaman in the back, and a Sunray onto Ari, gonna burst through the Cottle. Self-Fuels and the Lotus. The Locket. buy some time, trading out +4 for +4. Monkey King double bound strike in the back. He's on the Bat Rider with a Lotus BKB. Makoto felt pretty safe, but a Stone Gaze and a lasso now coming in. Makoto's been dragged back into Parker and BZM. Wukong's wasted.
No way to hop away for him, just held in place for too long. 33 patiently waiting out that Lotus Orb, and then no way to escape. Another fight that looked like it might be good, but then perhaps Monkey King overcommitting a little bit on the low ground there. The rest of his team a bit too far away to really help him with the Bat Rider.
Simultaneous pings on the Lotus pool. 33 and BZM are like, guys, Lotus is spawning. There's a couple in the pool over there.
Yeah. Also, Medusa obviously getting super strong. She's about to hit this Silver Edge, but I'm just looking at the Bat Rider and getting concerned, dude. BKB, Boots of Bearing, Pipe, soon to have a Blink Dagger so he can actually choose his targets too.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He has had an incredible game. Like from the very beginning, doubling up on full. Oh, V-Tune. It's yours as a cat. Forces early Manta. Holding shield. Borrow time pop. This is troublesome for Aurora. They need WS to come in to bodyguard and protect. There's a Boundless. Kaori Supernova. They try to fight around the egg. BZM dives in deep. They're aiming to finish off the Supernova and get the job done. Mirror's dropping low. V2 nearly down as he's pummeled and brought back in towards the Medusa. Parker just opens up with a right-click damage. Ah, Tundra. They steamroll them. WS, thankfully for him, Solar Crest to blink away while Makoto finishes off White One in the back. They brought back Kaori, but this Monkey King, BKB'd, slowed, stuck in the back lines, and Lasso, down he goes. No, wait a second. He's got the Wukongs. Can he turn? No, he can't, and Kaori dies back.
Oh my god, that's the second time he casts the Wukong and doesn't get the changing of the guard cast. He dies too fast. The damage output is just so high from them right now. Obviously, the Medusa is just laying in thick in this fight. 5.6k damage, but the rest of them as well. The Emperor did 3.3. The Bat Rider just continuously auto-attacking people too.
Tremendous amount of non-stop aggression from Tundra at this point, feeling like they've got it in the groove.
Yeah, 26 minutes in, this is not where you want to be against a Medusa, sitting 12,000 gold behind. This is a significant lead for Tundra.
For any team. Yeah. Never mind a Medusa team.
Yeah, and they have the very late game draft going on.
And they're in the Roche pit now. Aurora knows it's happening with the scan. With a sticky napalm stack up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh my god, the number. It's getting bigger.
Number becomes large.
He's got the shard. There is no limits.
How hard can it get?
Oh, every attack is doing 480 bonus damage. No, 500 bonus damage.
Right. Parker, how do you deal with Aegis Medusa? Is this an ignore and deal with everybody else kind of situation?
I mean, you could try, but as long as everyone else sees Medusa as a walking ballista, basically, and just play towards her, she will take care of the action, you know? She will just sit there and protect everybody.
Radiant's top tower.
A ballista, mangonel, a scorpion. She is a piece of siege machinery at this point.
She's eyeing up some buildings too.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Takes down the tier 2, and then back to farming. Don't need to rush anything here. Tundra know they are nice and comfy. BZM's even back farming through the jungle, taking that spot which usually the team that's behind likes to go and inhabit.
Yeah, he's doing what he can to, you know, find anyone who's trying to split push or get sneaky on the map. Aurora looking a bit lost on the map now. They don't really have the same drive. The last few moves have really not worked out, but they're also not close to key items. Monkey King stuck on the same item progression, BKB and Diffu.
And it's, I don't know, I feel like it's a bad sign when your Timbersaw feels like he has to buy Halberd. Like, yeah, I get it, it's a good item, it's nice against this Medusa, but it doesn't feel like that's what Timbersaw is picked to buy.
Radiant's top tower.
I mean, it really isn't, but
you gotta do what you gotta do. WS down to half HP, just with a volley and a few hits from the Medusa. As Tundra break the tier 3 tower, heal off the Serpent Ward. BZM gets in with a 2-man chains. Both V-Tune and WS have to dip to Fountain while they watch their barracks disarray.
Rasta dead as well. Some of their key disable. He's just a support, but without him, not that easy to do anything.
Jack kicks in for a moment, delays the death of the tower, but they're going to lasso from the back. Sunray trying to keep this Timber topped up, but he's dead for 70 seconds now.
Yeah, this is the easy part, right? The rest of the game was the hard part. Right now, they're just bullying them. They're way ahead.
Radiant's
He tries to hold the back with the Boundless. Mikoto half HP.
under attack.
Has to bail from this one. They've got to wait for Timber to respawn, so this is 2 lanes of barracks. Aurora thankful to have this tier 2 bottom lane to just not lose out when Mega creeps immediately.
Every single chakra magic is so much HP going the way of Medusa. She blocks 4.1 damage per mana, gets 300 mana from Godel. Yeah, actual 1200 HP heal coming in all the time.
Not bad, is it? Oh, Mikoto. Opening as a courier. Wukong's onto the backrider. Good move from V2 and Mikoto. Fine 33. That's going to stop the bleed. Chase. Are they going? They get on top of Whitemon. V2 wants to try and get something more out of this.
The easy targets.
Get the simple one. They try to heal Whitemon up, but he's down. Parker stands there, clicks into V2 wanting to pop the ulti, while Mira gets blown up by BZM. Supernova comes through, and Parker realizes, not this time. Can't go and click it down, but V2 is very low. Has to blink away.
Yeah, Ember gonna go base, heal up a little bit. Abaddon without ulti for 70 seconds.
On a DD Runa spawn as well. They've seen it with the Observer Ward. They know.
Yeah, they did ping it. 2 of their heroes are dead, so for now just backing up a little bit. Losing out their BKB piercing disables. I say that as though there's some big need for it. There's only one BKB and it's Monkey King, and Monkey King really hasn't been able to do too much damage.
Yeah. Nothing to control him. There's off some gymnastic moves to slip away, and they've walked into Parker. Quick halberd there, going to stop the Monkey King from dying outright. They've still got these chains, forcing dispels out of V2 early on. Borrow time's on cooldown. Borrow time's on cooldown. V2 just getting clicked down. Oh, the miss. The jumping from BZM. Finds one. Kaori might be second. Spirit Vessel applied. Another click from Ascari. The Silver Edge breaks, and a kill on him means 2 have died. 50 seconds with no Abaddon or Phoenix.
They just cannot stand toe-to-toe. It's 2 different damage output right now. Daedalus on the Medusa. Silver Edge. I have Scotty. It's so many items. Ember is gonna make his way and pick up the DD rune before time's out. Yeah, it's waiting for him. Get it. It's yours. Maybe a bonus rune?
Arcane. Any Arcane rune fans?
Oh, Invis rune.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Just watch him use this Invis rune to go through top into the base. Find the Monkey King.
Tower is under attack.
33 and Parker start to get to work on the tier 3 bottom.
Yeah, with BKB on cooldown, this monkey could just die to Ember immediately. He's gonna show himself. I think Ember saw him despite his disguise.
There's a sentry ward mid, so at least Aurora not going to get caught off guard completely by the Ember Invis.
Yeah, but the barracks are not running away, Gareth.
No, they're not. You can't relocate them back anymore.
Unfortunate.
Parker just going to click them down. Remnant and Chains making Kaori's life a little difficult there as Mira Shadow Shaman gets caught on the way back to base. Disarm on Dusa, jump in from V2. Last chance saloon for Aurora as they try to make a play for the Dusa. There's the bat, dragging Monkey back. Supernova expended, they found up Mikoto, trying to get off his Wukong's command and stay alive. V2 in borrowed time comes in, Kaori's died. Mikoto on the run, back away as V2 blinks out. Monkey might not be too lucky though. WS tries to hold them away as the shackles from Mira locks one in place, but the dive back out of the Shadow Shaman. It closes the game. Tundra, they've wrapped this one up.
Some impressive kiting towards the end, but unfortunately it's just too late. There's no way to fight into that big of an item deficit. They had to win in the first 15 minutes, or at least get to a winning position, and they just could never get there.
Incredible stuff from Tundra and the boys. This back, this Ember just playing so quickly, and Tundra now one step closer to playing against Heroic.
Yeah, they still have a step to do tomorrow. We'll see.
rather than like a slower hero. The way that they've been playing around Parker with success has been just hope Parker carries you. Not hope, but like set him up to carry you. Set him up for success. And I don't think the Invoker really does that. The Invoker is like kind of the main character.
But it can when you create the split push. No,
Sure.
like Invoker's an exceptional hero at delaying games. Random media here, tornado there, right? Like
Tundra Esports.
he can fit that role.
Aurora Gaming's
I think also if you're getting like Sunstrike kills in the early game, it feels better because you're kind of like you get this tempo, you get the speed to just accelerate everything, especially with the Meteor Hammer people are going now. Like the faster you get everything, you farm faster, you get the Ags. But
10
it's just,
seconds remaining.
It seems a much more complicated playstyle than what the other teams are running, which is like pick Void Spirit,
Sure, yeah.
pick double supports that can fight with you, fight till the game ends. Invoker's like, okay, I'm gonna go do my own thing. You guys try to find pickoffs.
Aurora
I'll
Gaming's turn to ban.
Yeah, for
Tundra
me, there's,
Esports.
I wouldn't want to be so reactionary because the reason why Tundra are in the playoffs is because of a lower bracket game in which they picked Invoker, and we got to see the good side of it, right?
Yeah.
So, again, at least one thing we know is Parker's hero pool of get it being top net worth and feeling like he has presence is growing. Like we're adding heroes to the list, even though in the Luna game
5 seconds
it didn't really feel like that, but that's not on the Luna. That's on like the other pieces that we've gone to great lengths of talking about, the shamans and the invokers.
There's a Bat Rider.
There is a Bat Rider.
To me, that's the one that stands out the most. There's a tree, but then if they tree, then Aurora can pick Bat.
Based on the previous bans as well, the Aurora first phase banned the Tiny in game number 1, so
Esports.
don't know if you want to have that on our radar as well, but it is the Bat Rider that gets picked up, and then Wind Ranger is an answer.
It's a fun matchup. Of course, we heard from the interview about Nightfall's favorite hero. They're picking for Nightfall. Carry Wind Ranger versus offlane Bat Rider. It's going to be I focus the Bat. Bat then has the Firefly. Is he on top of me? Do I have Napalm on me? Am I getting lassoed? Like there's kill potential either way, but Wind Ranger naturally can play into it with Hurricane Pike, BKB. You can always have that distance.
Speaking of the interview,
yes.
He also said the Brewmaster has no counters. Obviously, the Brewmaster won.
There is an asterisk to that where it's like the counters are just a lot of splash damage that kills the pandas.
Okay.
But in the right hands, in the right playstyle, it can.
Tundra
also,
Esports turn
they
to
have
ban.
changed the talent a lot.
I'm hesitant to agree with it to that bold of a statement.
Sure.
But
I think the reason why it feels good is I want to say 10, 15, 20. I think every single talent choice has a buff to your ult. Like you have one that's like more damage at 10, you have more health at 15,
10
you have
seconds remaining.
something at 20. I think maybe as a duration.
5 seconds
I don't know, but
remaining.
basically you just keep getting stronger much faster as opposed to in the past. It was kind of like you have to hear 18 and then you're 20 and then you're a really strong hero. So there definitely is a much faster.
got it for you. Base damage on 10, health at 15, cooldown at 20.
Cooldown. Okay. Yeah. And then the 25 is the same where they get the passive on all of the Brewlings.
Well, Tundra has banned it out, so you
don't have to worry about it.
It's out. Removed. Let's see what else they would ban out based on maybe the previous game and maybe based on what they're planning still for the rest of the draft, because picking a bat is nice and all, but it doesn't really paint any picture, or at least can paint many pictures, if you will.
I'm not expecting things to be banned out, but the way I see the draft progressing is like Aurora takes the Warlock, then Tundra takes the Tiny plus Jakiro.
Where's the Shadow Shaman in all of this?
I was going to say,
the Shadow
Shaman on 13, and then they take the Warlock on 16.
Okay, so let's redo that. Warlock on 13, it's then Tiny or Shaman plus Jakiro. There we go. Draft progresses. The reason why I lean Tiny is just melee blob with Bat Rider feels nice.
Yeah.
There's more repositioning with Toss and Lasso. It's a lot of fun tools to...
You would go for the Warlock over the Phoenix.
And the Shaman?
I just tried throwing down one hypothetical, guys.
But like...
There's like two hypotheticals. It's ruined!
Oh, no.
Oh, charge!
Well, that's because...
We didn't predict this.
That's because Aurora knew Tundra would want the Tiny, so then they... No, who cares?
Probably, unironically. Honestly? They did ban it out in the first game because they know how comfortable
10
Tundra is with
remaining.
I mean, Tiny on either lineup just looks nice, right? When you have Wind Ranger, ranged core, Tiny is like the one you want. We saw how Tiny Shadow Fiend toss him back in.
I want this to be a support though.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Tiny fought it.
Again, recently, a lot of the times I see the Tiny mid, it kind of like falls very flat. in a lot of games. Like, obviously, there's gonna be games where people are gonna point out and be like, the Tiny popped off this game. Like, he owned, but it's just consistency-wise, I feel like it doesn't have the same as a lot of the other current mids.
10
So
seconds
I hope
remaining.
this is a support, and then Tundra is just gonna take, you know, the generic
5
subduo of
seconds
Shadow Shaman
remaining.
plus Jakiro / Warlock.
But
But
Mira has played it twice and lost twice. That's not good.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah.
you think that's it? You think he's like, oh, guys, I'm sorry, I can't play the...
Can't play anymore. Yeah.
I can't play the Tiny.
Yeah. 0% win rate.
What if that's a mentality thing where he's like, you know what, I want to change my 0%.
Ah, yes.
I want to make it
Like, I haven't
33%.
won a game on it yet. What's
I'd
up?
like to openly apologize to everyone. I didn't realize that Tree was not banned, and Tree Shaman is a better combo than the ones I was suggesting. So shout out to Tundra to double checking the bans.
Yeah,
How could you
appreciate your
forget?
apology.
seconds.
No, it's
remaining.
unacceptable. I know.
Okay, I don't accept your apology.
Oh, okay. How do we work
5
from this one then?
seconds remaining.
How do we progress from here?
Because the next picks for Aurora are going to be the new mid, probably.
No, we need a hero for Kaori.
Can we hype up the 3 heroes of
Phoenix,
first?
Ember Spirit, right now.
Oh,
What? Really?
Yeah. Why not?
I will say that it is a very good trio that Tundra have.
there we go. It has layers. It has
Yeah.
the vision. It has the pickoff. It has the ways to ensure that when Tree goes deep with the right, because also we always talk about
Gaming's
Tree
turn to
as
pick.
the using the shard, but when you have invisibility on just a 40-second cooldown, you're always going to get a deep observer down that a future hero will utilize. So I think Tundra's going to be very happy with this very pick-off style of play. They're kind of going, you know what, Aurora picked us off in the last game. We're going to pick them off this time around.
10
And
seconds
Aurora
remaining.
continuing down the staples. Wind Ranger, a hero they've utilized greatly.
5 seconds
Now
remaining.
Phoenix and Tiny, of course. So yeah, again, like no real surprise. I feel like
Tundra
they get in
Esports
the hero they
turn
want
to
and they go for the Ember.
Spirit.
Simple. Phoenix, Ember right there. It's just, Ember also kind of prevents the Batrider mid response. It's just good flex. It gives you stuns. It gives you...
It gives you the chance to pick Huskar at 18.
Yeah, but they're calling the bluff.
Oh wait,
because-
that's the other way around. Or is it not?
10
No,
seconds
they're calling the
remaining.
bluff that BZM just cannot play Huskar.
Oh.
Like he played against it yesterday against
5
Liquid. He
seconds
struggled.
remaining.
He
That's true.
doesn't have many games on the hero. Normally, I'm like, what else is actually available for the
I
counters?
think it's fine to
Tundra
call the bluff.
Esports turn to battle.
Ooh, Waterboy.
It is a very good Morphling game. Like, the reason why I never really am excited by like, 16, 17 Embers is it's like Ember from mid lane can have lane counters, and also there's certain cores that can annoy
10
Ember's
seconds remaining.
general entry to the game. Like, yes, there's going to be a vessel timing that Ember gets to play on,
5
eventual
seconds
Shivas.
remaining.
but Morphling, like you buy Manta, you don't get Ember anymore. You'll always waveform kill the egg. It kind of feels like you're giving one free core pick to the enemy
Aurora
team when you
Gaming's turn
open
to ban.
the Ember like this.
But now in 24, they can get Darkseer.
Sure.
And then they have Darkseer Tiny. And then
there's
well
also-
versus the Morph.
There's Doom as well, right?
Doom is in the pool. I think Doom is going to get banned. Because that's like the, you know, there's a Morph. We ban Doom. There's a...
Yep.
And also they have 33, so he's going to be thinking of the
10
Doom. But
seconds remaining.
I don't know. The Darkseer, to me, looks very good. Especially because you have this Ember
5
pairing that's
seconds
like
remaining. Turn
probably
to
the
ban.
best Darkseer core pairing in the game. Just because he utilizes Iron Shell and the Surge.
I mean, Tiny and Ember will thrive.
Even the Tiny, yeah, as a support. Like just letting this guy like blink in, cast his spells, run out.
We did say that we wanted Tundra to enable Parker a bit, right?
Yeah.
Is the
10
Morphling
seconds
enabled?
remaining.
Oh yeah.
There's vision. I mean, they have so much pick off
5
that
seconds
putting
remaining.
Parker on the Morphling, whoever they grab, he'll just waveform and then I kill you instantly, right? Like it's, they do have the setup. It's more about the initiation, the how they execute their heroes. I think they had all the team fight last game. They actually struggled to execute on it. This time around, it's like a little bit easier because it's not big ultimates now. It's just like cheap spells that you're using, right?
Yeah.
Mainly on the Tree and the Shaman. And of course, BZM just needs to find a mid hero to tie things together.
Can Bat go mid?
It can. I don't. It depends on what offlane 33 would play. I don't really know if he would play any.
Different one?
Like, what's really good versus Wind? That's not that he plays.
Ooh.
Mentor?
Are we forgetting the potential, like, BZM takes the mid Morphling,
Aurora
just free
Gaming's
farms against
turn
Ember,
to
and then
ban.
you take over, like, Tiny, and you
I
play
don't
on that
think
style?
so.
Or is that not really a thing anymore?
I've tried that one. It doesn't feel as good as it used to in the past. And even Ember, these days it's just strong enough flaner. And that change I think was before Water Runes when people really played it a lot mid the agility morph. And then the strength one, they just kind of neutralize the cooldowns.
The only reason I think about it is like Tiny Wind Ranger.
It looks good.
It looks really good, but I've only seen it a couple times in top pubs, but it really is like a rare specimen.
I think you just get BZM some new hero. Like anything can lane versus the Ember, you can pick Storm, Void.
The only reason I entertain it is because like with the bans, you've left Doom and Darkseer in the pool. So are they gonna? If they're not gonna obviously do that, are they?
Turn to pick.
How are they approaching this? If they're giving away good offense, okay, so they just take the Doom. Yeah. And then they don't get Darkseer.
Yeah, well, Doom is supposed to be good versus Darkseer. So it is the mid bat versus the Ember. I think that that lane, it's annoying for Ember, but he's one of the better melee mids versus the Bat Rider because you get the chains. So it's like you have ways to prevent him from diving you.
Remaining.
I think if you play fine, you get out of the lane even, and then a mid game you're good. Definitely this last pick is really important for Aurora. They want something that's strong in the lane.
I don't know if it was one of you guys that said this, but they still had 1 minute and 40 seconds left to think about this pick. They did not wait.
Yeah, they just went.
They just went.
I mean, it's a WS Timber. That's probably top 3 of his heroes. It's not like his best hero. And I have recently been seeing Timbersaw just pop off in a lot of these games in the tournament. Like, it does so much damage. It's so good. Even, I would not be surprised. I've seen this stuff where they get like an early blink and they one-shot Morphlings when they're trying to go full Agi farming.
Yeah. It's the type of game as well where like, if Tundra just don't, if they execute the same way as the previous game, they will just get outplayed by Aurora. Like, they'll be able to survive the Doom. There'll be like a misinitiation from Ari. Like, I think the fear of Tundra not stepping up from the previous game will be the downfall of this draft potentially. But if they do improve, they do play better, then I mean, it's Parker Morphling, it's 33 Doom. You know, you can't really fault the player to hero combinations, but yeah, I think Aurora's gonna be happy with what they got. I think Makoto on the mid Ember, he could potentially replicate the same early game as the last time, where he'll just play a good mid lane versus the bat and then go crazy, play into the side lanes, get these kills.
I think that I like Aurora's draft more if I had to pick one of the two. Just, I don't know, anytime I see Ember with like these high annoying damage short cooldown supports, it's like I just think of what's going to happen at 12 minutes, right? Like around these mid towers, these runes. It's like slight chain, Laser's going to be there, Tiny's going to run in, have a combo, then there's going to be another chain, some dude's dead, the barrier's dead, they lose the 3v3. They have such a strong kind of like mid-game support rotation. I think it's just better. Sure, there's Tree armor, but Tree's kind of bad at like the 3v3 mid. It doesn't really do much outside of the armor. So I think if Aurora plays through Makoto, they kind of just stop Bat Rider from being Bat Rider, then I really like what they're going to do with this game.
BZM just needs to also have a better game, right? Like, I think he struggled a lot in the last game. Yeah. And when you play Bat Rider, everyone's going to see exactly the mistake you make. Like a bad initiation on Bat, you're going to die, right? So if he's playing the same as the last game, I don't know, I feel like they have the draft to make that magic to get it to a game 3. Yes, of course.
I've got good news though.
Oh, what's that?
It's he's a Grandmaster Bat Rider on BZM, so I'm sure that he's gonna know how to deal with this game and this lane. And of course, last game, Flax interviewed the winner and coach of the team. Let's see if he's doing so again this time around with Moon Meander this time.
Thank you so much, Shiver. Absolutely. We're here with Moon Meander. Moon, good to see you. Now, I got a big question, kind of a meta question for you. Always scary to me when you're a team that has to play the last series and then you're the team that has to play the first series. You know, maybe the players are sleepy, maybe they're angry. How was the team feeling today when you walked in the building?
Relaxed, I think.
Oh!
Yeah, but we got a little on edge after the game 1, as usual.
I mean, you guys aren't... How do I say this without sounding like a dick? You guys must be used to losing game 1s by now, right? It's like a motivating thing, you know? It gets the boys in the head, or are they kind of just off? Feel?
I mean, songs we learn from it. Like, usually sometimes, yesterday we won game 1. Last game 1 and 1 the other 2 games. It was like hard
First blood. Well, BZM got first blood. Very good on the Bat Rider, so congratulations there. Yeah. What did you learn from game 1?
We learned that guys, maybe a head hunter, maybe good to team fight once in a while. So just ranting all.
Hey, team fighting is good with Tidehunter. That's a great lesson to learn. Fantastic. We'll see if they can keep team fighting here in game number 2 as we pass it to the Wagameister and Gary B.
Thank you, Slaxy! Off we go into game 2 here as Aurora take on Tundra in this best of 3. Lower brackets of elimination on the line as BZM has already drawn first blood with a big rotation in from Tundra to give him an upper hand in this mid lane.
And nice to hear Moon saying as well that, you know, they pretty much felt that you should probably fight when you have a lot of big ultis.
Yeah.
Not just us sitting here and, you know, shitting on them for no reason.
Lessons learned.
But we'll see the adaptations, of course. Sometimes you just get locked in the wrong idea in the game.
Yeah, and the idea here, Aurora again with the high tempo, high octane draft, looking to suffocate this map from an early point with all these low cooldown heroes that don't really rely on big ultis to function, whereas Tundra maybe want to slow things down again. Parker Morphling needs time to develop, build himself up, create a nice reservoir of strength, while Doom, Treant, Bat, Shadow Shaman, 4 heroes have pretty long cooldown ultis.
Yeah, pretty long cooldowns, but on the other hand, that also means that they have some powerful spells to play around, so not always does it result in having slower gameplay. We've seen the tempo that something like Rasta can bring with the wards cracking open the map. So even though they have longer cooldowns, I think that they will be looking to take over the game early on.
Yeah, and there's one thing having the tools and another thing being able to actually get in position and use them, right? How many times have we seen smokes or reads on the map not come to fruition, wandering around and going through twin gates, hunting for a target? If you're unable to connect on these ganks, all meaningless.
Yeah, very true. Very true. So far, pretty even on the mid lane. Lasted twice. The Ember is going to be pretty fine against Batrider for now, but it is very precarious. The level 3 to level 6, you have to be so cautious not to make a misplay. If you get too close, too many sticky stacks, you end up getting picked off easily.
Shackle shot into dive.
Body blocks.
Ari does have that foul play, but the damage over time and the final touch from V-Tune levels the field 1-1 as they do get that kill in this bottom lane.
And two of them are really good at making the most happen with Wind Ranger. Always looking for those shackles into harass, and then harass turns into a kill. Quick and easy for them there.
With the mana burn creep. Of mana aura, so he can continually spam in this lane. Yeah, nothing can try all sorts of different things, like Soul Ring with a lightning creep was something cool we've seen picked up from time to time.
We are seeing a rotation with that death, by the way.
Oh.
Ari TP's mid with a smoke to go behind.
Yeah.
Looking for an angle on Mikoto.
That's something we see very commonly, right? You die in lane, you don't bottle refill mid anymore, but you do gank. Usually into side lane, but coming into mid here to deal with Mikoto.
I think they're calling it, but Mikoto is stepping down. He could be in danger.
In the river.
Oh, smoke broke.
Oh, Ari can't quite get there. And the TP from Tiny, it completes, keeping Mirror this mid lane to fight over the 4-minute runes, maybe.
Yeah, and that just leaves 33 down bottom, having taken a long time of being 1v2, not getting any help. And yeah, he's gonna be fine-ish. Devour does allow him to farm always, but not a very good start to the lane when Wind Ranger is free farming.
And how important is it that they try and give this Batrider a leg up?
I think it's not necessarily important to gank towards him. I mean, this is the skin napalm on the Tiny.
And Mirror's just going to walk away. 2 stacks of napalm on him. Firefly used. BZM pretty low on health, though. Doesn't want to go diving too deep under tower. Poker Mikoto there with 4 stacks of napalm to be able to go get the water rune. Also, no refill for the Ember.
Also not that easy to play towards mid and look for kills with him when he doesn't have a point in Flame Break. He's going for more of a farming build. This max stick napalm, max firefly speaks to me that the Batrider wants to accelerate his farm. Whitemon also made a move down bottom.
Yeah, sprinting into this bottom lane, but a shackle shot and Kaori's Fiery Spirits keeps them at arm's reach away from the Wind Ranger. So V-Tune's fine, especially with a wave arriving under his tower. Safe to continue farming.
A second rotation that doesn't work out for them, so yeah. Moves being made, but not too much coming from it for Tundra.
And what does that mean for WS? Timber in a 1v1 against Morphling.
Oh, overall, pretty okay for the Timber.
V-Tune. Nature's Grasp comes out of Whitemon. They get the info that they are still down here as 3 and might actually have a clue that this Dire Observer Ward's placed in front of their tower as well.
Yeah, Wind Ranger very unbothered by this as we see supports making their way top again. Once the Timber hits level 6, he's going to be able to bully Morphling a lot, and Morph will have to get creative with either how he stays in lane or if he's going to start dipping into jungle.
I guess that's what helps when you're in a 1v1. You get all of that solo experience to yourself. Get level 6 that much faster.
Gonna toss the Treant, I think, onto the Timber if he hits the Tiny again.
About it.
I have to be careful.
Yeah, Wind Ranger's like, thank you very much for 10 wand charges.
Under attack.
Play aggressively and basically zones the Doom out of lane entirely, while the supports back in towards mid. 5 seconds before the rune spawns. By a scan on that top left, so they're going to contest the bottom rune.
50-50. Who's the better mid laner? BZM. There we go.
Better zoomer mid.
I mean, that's the skill difference as a mid laner, right? You get the rune where you are. Means you're good.
So much focus in this mid lane. Ari's going to step back. This means Mikoto's pretty safe here. A little bit behind the Batrider in last hits. Spent a lot of gold on consumables as well.
He grenaded the Tiny. He really wants to kill him.
He's diving under, but not with Whitemon by his side. They don't feel comfortable enough to go for the dive.
Again, I feel like they're trying to kill a lot and make stuff happen mid. Not having that extra catch and flame break is unfortunate for him.
I feel itchy watching this. I don't know if Tundra also feel this like requirement. They feel itchy to go get this time. Kills. He will be able to grab the lasso, stack up the napalm, and kill off Mira. Ancients deny him.
Wow.
Mira says no, but they've got shackles on Mikoto. Ember Spirit has already spent 1 charges. Berry Fire Puff, napalm stacked up to 6. One more touch from BZM does the trick to find the kill as WS trades out for Ari.
Wow. Quite some deny there by Tiny. So yeah, sure, you lose your Ember, but they also went for the wisdom on the Phoenix as well. So that's the bigger play, I think, getting the wisdom.
Whitemon will come back and get his.
Yeah. So we'll have balance still. 1-for-1 on the wisdom shrines. No successful steal. Down bottom, we see a focus fire onto the Doom.
He's got living armor on him, but with Tiny coming in, Avalanche, toss up towards V-Tune. Final flurry of arrows will finish him off.
You weren't so damn dead.
The javelin revealed out of the Wind Ranger as Ari and Whitemon, they want to get revenge. The grasp and shackles on Mira. Good damage over time, but he pops the stick, still zapped down anyway.
V-Tune not able to help him there.
So far, 3-3. Tundra, I feel like, have done a good job keeping that tempo up for themselves, not allowing Aurora to have the free moves as they would want.
Yeah. I also think the living armor they have, Panel pointed out, the Sunray is pretty good burning away it, but also Focus Fire. Like, it doesn't protect that well against Focus Fire because of how the new living armor works. The old one, sure, where you had constant protection, but now the damage block reduces the more damages you take. Eventually, it does nothing.
More fuel for the fire.
Dune? They see him. Ari setting things up for BZM. Swinging in from that mid lane down to bottom to get a catch on the Wind Ranger.
Radiant's bottom
now they're starting to get value out of Batrider. That does give him enough gold to finish his drums. He's gonna, of course, go for the bongo boots that we always see on Batriders these days.
Yeah, with all this noise, you know, we've had this urn on Ember Spirit delayed quite a bit. Usually we see this fast urn, get some charges, play tempo. He's just had it finished off now. A little bit behind the curve as Mikoto, but this is when he'll start to look to pivot and play aggressively. Even keeping the Wind Ranger into mid to push into tier 1.
Very aggressive, but at the same time it's because bottom is not safe. Oh. Just TPing in down there, bottom.
Lasso there defensively from BZM. Some good damage on the Mikoto, but we know what the outcome is. The Batrider is dead, but no push on the tower.
That's a really nice shackle. Yeah, they used the Firefly or used the Focus Fire already. The Firefly clears the creep wave. So not gonna be able to get power, and meanwhile, Tori's picking up the experience down bottom.
And it seems like overall, Parker's Morphling having a pretty good time. Very even in net worth with the Timber Sword, because they have literally been left alone top just to farm out waves and clear out jungle camps over and over again, cycling through. And now WS is going to see some ancient stacks for himself to kill off too.
Yeah, this is a game where you can get super greedy on Morphling for sure. He has Vladimir's already at 10 minutes, being completely left alone. Mira sees the Tiny and is like, no, please.
So much damage over time. Throw a blood grenade at him, but now BZM sees the Wind Ranger. Shackle shot on the 2 supports in the back. Batrider going to keep fronting this fight, but with 4 members of Aurora here, it's not something they want to bite off.
Now Aurora putting up a nice defense, but at the same time, bottom tower is being sieged. They don't have any equivalent action happening right now. So tower gotten with very little effort.
33 with that Soul Ring lightning creep, like I was mentioning earlier on. Very good to continually farm, accelerate himself, get to this tanky state.
Ori is very close to level 6 on mid lane as well, and they have a siege creep there, so looking to drop some snakes on mid lane. Tower would fall easily.
So is Doom going to be the aura buyer this game then?
I think he will go for auras, yeah. Crimson Guard is crazy good against Wind Ranger. I can only imagine that he wants it. And with the Soul Ring, you basically have to go Vanguard. He's got it in the quick buy.
Left for the meantime. That mid one tower protected somewhat against the Serpent Wards.
Wow, they kept the siege creep alive, tanking long enough.
Barely. Makoto's here to clear it up.
Yeah, they're gonna defend it. So some damage, but not really enough to threaten the tower fully. I'm curious to see when action will come top. Which team will strike first top? Ori is drawing a line, but I think it may just be for the bounty runes. Power rune in 20 seconds.
Yeah, so the reason I asked about the Doom was because I had seen previously he had Midas queued, then Vanguard, then Midas queued, then Vanguard. So it seems like 33 has settled on the Midas now.
Yeah, he was just thinking back and forth. I guess maybe he feels like this game is gonna go late game no matter what. They don't really have a lineup that wants to end the game super early. They have Morphling. At the same time, the Radiant doesn't really have power push. So I think the Midas is fine. You probably will go Midas and then back for Crimson Guard.
Yeah, go back for the auras.
Or even Shivas. Shivas is pretty good.
Aurora. They seen the tree. He's TPing away. The stun does clip him. The Whitemon, even though he was back in the trees and nearly made a sneaky escape. Overspent to finish him off.
Some serious deforestation. Poor Treant Protector is gonna fall, but that's Phoenix ulti on cooldown.
That's what you're gonna do if you want to make a big old pyramid. Nice cosmetic on the Phoenix. Wind Ranger continues farming back to the jungle. Her and Ember Spirit a little bit behind the rest of the pack, comparing them to the Morphling and the Timbersaw.
Yeah.
Not tremendously far behind, but
I'm expecting the BZM Batrider to farm pretty damn well now that he has the Bongo Boots complete as well. He won't be suffering. You see he's really low HP now. That's because he had Tranquil still. Now he's got those unbreakable bearings, get each 18 HP regen constantly. It's a really nice improvement.
Farms through all the camps. While Ari and 33, they're on the map looking for kills. Burns Doom, gets chucked on the Phoenix. That's the Doom, one more swipe. Let it tick over. Gets him. Takes you. Change.
Yeah. Midas, Devour, a kill here and there. Doom can farm insanely fast if this is, you know, allowed to transpire. He gets to enjoy the lane like this. And Morphling still sitting top saying, you know what, nobody has shown up here. I'm pretty happy.
Batrider contend with him. In fact, that rider is already bodyguarding Parker by playing forward on the lane and burning down Mira. Tundra already 3k lead, 14 minutes in against an Aurora side who we said were looking to play aggressively. But Radiant have been halted for the most part, and primarily through the fact that Makoto hasn't been able to leave mid. He's been sat mid, farmed up the Spirit Vessel, but Tundra making moves everywhere.
Yeah, a little bit late for the Wisdom though, as he got the pick off and went back for the rune. This does mean that WS will get the rune in time. But BZM still hunting him, has the lasso.
9 stacks of reactive is chained into them. Serpent Walls, chain disables. Makoto's come to try and help out and maybe trade. BZM's pretty tanky though.
Be careful.
19-1 charges. They toss across with an avalanche there. Makoto's been burnt alive, but Wind Ranger, thankfully for Aurora, comes in to recover this fight.
They're using their entire team to react to get that Batrider. So sure, they got the kill, but a lot of space created. Ultimately, BZM doing a good job showing just why Batrider has been contested 95 out of 100 games here at Wallachia. It's so strong.
Yeah, not much mid, that rider, but I guess BZM was one of the pioneers for that hero in the mid lane. A lot of sense.
Yeah, currently he's mostly frequenting that off lane, but you can play it almost identical in mid lane. And modern age Batriders very rarely blink rush. It's much more the bongo boots. He is going back for blink dagger next, which I think makes sense. High mobility on the Radiant cores, all of them, right? Windrun, you have Remnants, you have Timber Chain. So you need to be able to catch them somehow.
Are really climbing
Dire's
rapidly.
middle tower is under attack.
Top 3 net worth, all red heroes. They're yet to unlock the WS Timbersaw. It'd be great for Aurora to be able to play into that top lane. But now it looks like they've given up control, trying to defend their bottom jungle, where WS is now going to inhabit.
33 looks to be more of a self-centered build for now. Get the BKB going.
Okay.
Better protection against the Timber and Ember damage.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about the Doom in general, right? There was that cool turn in the draft where we were looking at Aurora thinking about the Doom potentially. Some giggles from WS at the tail end of the draft as Tundra kind of stole it away from them. And it looks like a good Doom game, right? There's the Ember Spirit and Wind Ranger. Phoenix don't enjoy being doomed. Is it too much of a good thing, though? Are there too many Doom targets?
I think you're always happy if there are a lot of them, as long as there's not one that has to be doomed.
Right.
And for now, I don't see a big threat on Aurora that, like, oh my god, if you don't doom the Timber, he's gonna kill everybody. I don't really feel that way here. I think Doom is just an extra resource they have, not necessarily a solution, if that makes sense.
It's not like a pivotal skill they need to use. It's an added bonus right now.
Yeah, because as it stands right now, the Batrider and Morphling can bring tons of damage between the two of them as well. And of course, the lockdown from the supports is pretty immense. Shadow Shaman and Treant Protector can hold people in place for a long time.
Aurora trying to limber up and get into position top. Have been scouted by a Dire Observer Ward, so Tundra just put the White Mon Treant by that tier 1 tower. He can soak up all the gold and experience coming his way, and unlikely to die over there. While the rest of Tundra playing forcefully through this middle lane with another round of Serpent Wards. They should have this tier 1 so far without any contest.
Yeah, this time no interest in defending that. There is a pretty deep Dire ward up top, so maybe he's calling people over on Whitemon, saying that he could catch people. It looks like they're going to be able to walk away on Radiant, as Whitemon is hunting them.
Parker, 10,000 net worth, 18 minutes in. Very similar stat line to that Luna game. Hopefully he'll be able to join in. Transfer the net worth into some damage and impact as the mid lane, BZM's going to grab WS in. They've got the catch on Ember Spirit. Sunray's not going to help out too much, and Mikoto just gets blown up. 33 pops the BKB to disengage from the egg. And now Aurora have lost their mid, they've spent their teamfight spell. Mira trying to go for this avalanche toss. Shackleton's good, but the overgrowth is better. Holds them back as BZM turns the fight with Parker and Ari alongside. They lose the bat but get the Timber, and Mira's going to be the bonus kill on top. Parker into Timber mode, shredding them.
Yeah, this is Tundra definitely having done a little bit of a talk after the last game. You could see them all bringing every single hero to this fight, making sure to outnumber and overrun Aurora. And it's just difficult to play Ember into all this disable. Normally it's fine if there's like 1 or 2 heroes you have to look out for, right? If you're playing a Spirit hero, it's like, oh, just don't run next to a Skywrath Silence or whatever. When you're playing against Rasta, a Batrider, a Doom, and a Treant Protector who can also overgrowth you out of nowhere,
yeah,
it's hard, man. How do you not get caught?
We need so many items to deal with it. It's another one of those games where when you Dispels against the Treant, you need Lincolns and Lotuses against the Doom and the Shadow Shaman. And then it's like, well, what do we itemize against the Morphling, guys? We need Sides of Ice, we need Control, we need Damage. Yeah. So many boxes to tick.
He's already feeling like it's too many disables, so already he's going away from the typical ideal build on Ember. You want to go Spirit Vessel into Shivas. That's what we normally see. Instead, going for Spirit Vessel into BKB, and I definitely don't fault him for it. No, but I think this is necessary.
It's like that puck conundrum, right? Having to shift away from your damage dealing and your tempo items into this defensive nature build. You'll do what you gotta do, but it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, most heroes run into the decision at some point sooner or later, but some heroes rely more or less on, you know, actually going for that damage item rather than survivability, such as the case with Parkour. Ember is okay with BKB still. Here, you might still just get overgrowth afterwards. We saw King Jungles land some really nice ultis after BKB usages. Treant Protector could still solve it. Batrider and Doom as well.
Whitemon calculated it, I'm sure. 40 health remaining. Holding a Lotus too.
Radiant are scanning.
Completely fine. Gonna make his Tranquils, fix him up, reassemble them.
Huh. First game in a long time. 21st minute, Roshan's alive. He just wanders over to his summer home. We don't have heroic here. No 16, 17 minute Aegis. I guess neither team particularly adept at killing Roshan early on.
Yeah, a little bit slower this time, but they do definitely have the potential to take it on either side if they can get control of the area. Speaking of control of the area, the top wisdom, the radiant wisdom that is being contested.
Nera's here with a blink dagger. He's going to be the one that gets jumped on by Ari. Defensive, shackles, and avalanche, but look at BZM, just going to grab the tiny, drag him through, melt him down. Lock to lava.
Phoenix did steal at least, so they get some wisdom for themselves. Scurry taking the time to farm away. I think he was spotted, or at least they realized.
Ari with all these disables. Tons of control. Phoenix, and you've got Wand and Supernova, but you don't want to be using your ulti like this to probably just die anyway.
I'll correct myself. No, they actually didn't have any vision. That was just them saying, you know what, bet the Phoenix did this, and then they go and punish him.
Clever.
That was very nice.
Agreed. Now they get that kill, and that's what they need to get into the Roche pit.
Yeah, starting Roche. This is before Scotty is complete on Morphling. Would be nice if he had it as well to be just a little bit stronger, but of course with the Rasta wards, even Batrider is pretty damn good at taking Roche.
It has been scouted by Aurora. They've got that nice ward near the enemy Ancients area, but...
It's just the consequences when you lose your teamfight hero. Phoenix is so important for their big fights.
He's alive now, and Aurora are approaching, but Roshan is already dead. They're going to catch on Whitemon. Chakram damage is good to chop down the tree. BZM's going to get away with that illusion rune pop and Firefly over the cliffs. Did he dodge the shackle shot with that?
I'm not sure, actually.
Might have.
But now with the gem on the timber as well, all these little bits of vision the Treant Protector has planted, he can start cutting them down.
You cannot let Tundra get away with building their lead. 7k every couple of minutes. Number goes up by 1.
You also just know that 33, you know, the Doom player, right? If we go late game here, he's gonna find those key targets. He always does. He's really, really good at execution. So I would be very concerned as Aurora, like I was in the previous game, about going late with Windranger as a carry. You basically have the burden to make stuff happen positively for you. Last game, they managed to make it happen. This game, though, we'll see if they can repeat it.
It's a Captain Ari. You know, a kill's a kill. Not an ideal takedown, but they should still be able to get onto that tier 1 top.
That's Ari's smoke revealing right there. He's just understanding they're probably going to move top. Always placing themselves between. You know, sometimes it looks like feed, but it's also intentional to shield 33, because if he wasn't there, they might get the blink onto the Doom, toss him back, shackle him, he would easily die.
And one step on the support allows Bat and Doom to farm. Gets Morphling across the map so we can keep on the jungle. You're playing 1 lane as Aurora, while Tundra playing 2 lanes plus 2 jungles. Maximum efficiency here.
I would probably go as far as to say it's the hardest skill to learn or teach in support role is to properly shield your cores without feeding when you shouldn't be feeding, right? Like when those deaths are acceptable and when they aren't, and when it's necessary.
So it's like the Phoenix death into Roshan, right? Obviously he wasn't like shielding his cores. Yeah, that kind of thing. The timing was...
Yeah, ultimately the reason it's so hard is because you need to have a good read not only of where your teammates want to play and where we're going, but where the opponents are going to be. You basically have to have like a sixth sense for how the game is played by everybody. So yeah, probably one of the hardest skills on support role.
Schofield skill.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The pioneer in that regard.
Well, I mean, he did die a lot. Sometimes too much.
Sees the Lotus Orb on WS. Doesn't go for the lasso, but he's going to jump now with the BKB going. Grabs the timber. Well timed by Tundra. And Parker again into Timbersaw mode is onto the mirror tiny. Defensive toss not going to help out. Tundra running rampant over Aurora now.
Look at 33, man. He's using the Purge creep, dispelling and holding people in place. He held the tiny in place and then he dispels the Searing Chain with it. It's a very good game to have that creep.
Sad story from Makoto, going from Game 1, super hot performance. Now being, what, 4,000 net worth behind the nearest core?
Yeah. He's...
Ember Spirit just grounded.
And Ember is a hero that he can recover from a bad laning stage, but the way he recovers is chaos and fighting. If you can't fight, then you can't produce things together with your two supports. Typically, it's you and the support duo. Then it's really hard. You definitely don't farm jungle nearly as fast as Batrider does in this game. And he lost the lane, so... Again, we see him pairing up, I think, trying to do the right thing.
Almighty money.
But it is Tundra backing out, playing the field.
Aurora trying to smoke. Get into a position where maybe they can find a core farming. Already these greedy heroes, but the Dire Scan knows they're moving there.
At least they get a nice rune. They bottle up the DD rune onto the Wind Ranger. So even if they don't find someone right now, they could have the DD rune for fighting a defensive objective, fighting on your high ground. Not sure they can defend the tier 2 top.
It's just so telegraphed, isn't it? Like, no one until now, WF shows on the bottom wave. No one was showing middle wave. So quite obvious that Tundra understand Aurora's move to that bottom lane. What is happening?
One of the major things about taking enemy towers away and starting to opening up the map is that it becomes much more obvious when the opponents go ganking. If you have all your towers, have all your tier 1s even, it's almost impossible for the opponent to read when you're ganking because the creep waves don't shove as far. The farther the creep waves move, the easier it is to see it.
And a struggle Tundra had in game 1 was the BZM was kind of like split pushing on its own, getting picked off a lot. Now he's the guy that's waiting in fog, looking for his moment to strike, allowing Parker to frontline, play forward on tower. Sunray Avalanche, not enough damage to kill off Parker. He hasn't lost his first life, never mind second. They kill off Doom though, as WS blows him up. Aegis expiring in a second now, and Aurora using their time to strike. The Doom on the Phoenix keeps him in Fountain. They've lost their tier 3 tower and some good damage on the range barracks, but Aurora at least defend their base.
Come on, Rasta, micro those words. Don't just shoot the timber. Get the range racks. You can get something. But yeah, nice defense. We see the power of the double damage rune helping out there as well. Good pick, but ultimately Tundra losing one of their cores isn't the biggest issue. They have a lot of insurance policies. You have the Morphling being the big hard carry, Doom insanely farm too, and then Batrider, who by all means is going to do a ton of damage as well.
Sensing they can maybe get out on the map and find some more. Aurora using Timbersaw on the front to try and bait them in. Half HP, Scarly, and Morphling bursting into him. Timber's down. Shackle Shot was good. They kill off the tree as a train, and the chase is on to the Shadow Shaman now as V-Tune picks up a double kill.
Subs died pretty fast to them, so decent for them. A ton of gold for killing off 2 supports. Losing Timber is a bit painful. Still not getting the kill they want. Parker's Morphling, untouched this game. 0 deaths. All they have to try and make it easier to kill him is the Spirit Vessel. Unfortunately, he has Manta and BKB. And then, I guess, worst case scenario even has the Doom with the Purge Creep.
There's a Doom with Octarine Core now as well. It seems like BZM has taken up the reins of buying auras. Boots are bearing first, then into the Crimson. Giving them that bit of tankiness against the Ember and Wind Ranger. Aurora, though, back in their base. Really able to approach the map in a confident way without their Timbersaw. So key to their initiation of the fight. He's the tanky one who frontlines.
Yeah, it's tricky. Timbersaw has the Lotus Orb, which is really, really good this game. He basically had to get a low cooldown dispel against the tree overgrowth, but that means that he doesn't have like an early Aghanim Scepter or something high damage like that.
Radiant
no Blink Dagger for mobility, so it's a tricky game for WS to play. Not as simple as when he was Brewmaster, just running in, not a care in the world. Rory gets picked off. Next,
Parker's damage. Pretty scary right now.
Yeah, at this stage you look towards your carry and you think, okay, can my Wind Ranger kill off Morphling? Realize she has a Mjolnir, and that's it. And this Morphling is about to have Eye of Skadi, Butterfly, you know, Manta, BKB. It's looking difficult. And they don't have a Doom. They don't have something else, so it has to be on the back of, like, a Hex. Phoenix is queuing up a Hex. This is basically their way back into the game. Aurora is recognizing, okay, we don't have tools to deal with Morphling. So Hex Rush on the Phoenix to try and mitigate or try and solve this issue in front of them.
Like Hex into toss back into timber damage.
Shackle, focus fire. Everything. It can happen.
Yeah.
It can happen. The problem is
execution.
If Tundra react at all, or if they're anywhere near, then it will be hard to execute that plan.
Just put a living armor on him. Oh, Parker just gonna solo down the Tormentor. 33 gets the shard. And Roshan has just respawned. Dire have the Treant advantage with the eyes in the forest, so they know exactly what's going on across the map right now. I think they've even seen Aurora approach their own Ancients. Treant and Morphling from that top left corner going to the Twin Gate, come back and rejoin the rest of the team and probably play towards this Roche.
For now, he is farming up top on the Morphling though, but unlikely to be able to kill him without the Wind Ranger. He's got TP to join his team though.
Coming.
I also think that this time Parker doesn't really want to be caught out alone, especially when Roche is about to spawn.
Ari makes a jump onto Kiori. Ember Sword there with Lotus Orb to make sure the shackles don't follow through. Sunray deter any more advances from Tundra.
Tundra doesn't really want to chase this. They are going for Roche right now, taking it, so no need to pursue too far.
Solo dancing, yeah.
Quick and easy. He's hitting 450 damage per hit. Aegis in hand and high ground in sights.
How far are we from Phoenix Hex?
Very far still, unfortunately. He's got 3,100 gold, but he hasn't purchased any of the components yet, so he's gonna have to keep farming. He does have the greedy enchantment on his Whisper of Dread, so basically he has the best possible neutral item right now.
But it's still, you know, a good 2 or 3 minutes before we have that next round of items for Aurora. Revenant's Brooch, Wind Ranger, Aghanim Scepter, Ember, and this Hex on the Phoenix, all pretty vitally important.
Yeah, I think
fighting chances.
It's more likely it's going to be Tundra that get the next wave of items coming in. We have the Doom, Shivas completing in 150 golds, so he's going to have that. And
way more things going. MKB's going to be here soon too.
Yeah, exactly.
We sell Vlads and Treads.
Batrider closing in on an Octarine core. There's a whole lot of progression as they use more of the map. It's just tricky. You see them wandering around on Aurora, but I think they're scratching their heads too. Like, how do we pick off anything? Ember's game being shut down so hard in the early game really shifted how this game was meant to be played. Because they wanted to non-stop run them over, get some momentum on the Ember, get that Shivas and Vessel, and then Morphling won't be able to fight. That just didn't happen. Batrider won mid too hard.
In a little while since Aurora have been able to get their last kill.
Yeah, I mean,
6 minutes since they took down Whitemon.
They're sneaking out on the map and getting whatever they can in terms of farm at least, but this Aegis coming down to 3 minutes. It's gonna be about time that they push high ground, so smoke is coming. Oh, the shackles.
That's a big one.
Coming in.
There's nothing to stop this currently. They're trying to get there with a Lotus Orb to maybe get Mikoto out. Oh, he cast BKB but still dies, while Mira finished off by 3-3. Defense's Doom kills the Tiny. Now, Ember has buyback. This might just be the last defense of the base that Aurora have here in Game 2. Parker comes in, shreds Kaori. 2 heroes with buyback available as the Morphling stands and delivers against Timbersaw. Second life available with that Aegis as 33 comes in to zone them away.
Morphling pretty low. They have a greater healing Lotus on Rasta. You could pass it over if you want mana. Of course, Aegis still here.
A shift down. Feed me, Ari.
He says no. He's gonna hold on to that. That's rough.
My lunch money.
No. No, Garrett.
They're bullying Shadow Shaman.
I picked these flowers. They're mine.
Vital regen and the glyph kicks in.
Disassemble onto the Vladimir. Satanic is completed as well.
I think it is monstrous. And good luck dealing with Parker once, never mind twice. There goes the range barracks. LA falling shortly after as Parker Satanic's up off the creep wave. BZM jumps, but a man to dodge. VTune disengages. Kaori, though, not quite as lucky. Has to supernova Sunray. Just to stay alive in the waveform through the avalanche. Gets Parker away in time. And now they can go back in for round 2. They've got Doom, they've got Overgrowth and Lasso.
It's just an Aegis Morphling. That's all they're showing. The rest of them sitting back, waiting for a chance. Blink on Batrider.
And now BZM, Lincoln's pop. BZM tossed back in. 33 moves forward with the Doombringer. Looking for Mira. Scardy slow, clear him out. Shatter shot, they break free with BKB up on 33. And Scardy slow there on WS, gonna force him back to tier 4s. They've got a Shackles in the backline as Ember's Spirit gets picked off.
They're just missing the Wind Ranger. She got doomed and can't really do anything anymore. Had to run back. Team falls. Parker finally gonna lose the Aegis, but it was about to time out anyway.
Piece by piece. Tundra building up for this finishing blow, but it's a good Chakra shot into Sunray. Parker does drop reasonably low, but he's healed back up to full, sustaining through it all, standing and delivering. Aurora still have a lot of firepower with a 2-man Chakra shot. That's great. They've taken out Parker. They've defended their high ground and they're on to more. They desperately need to scramble the jets and get onto BZM, but the Batrider's flown over the cliffs and far away.
Finally get out on the map a bit. It cost them the Ember buyback, but with 80 seconds now, Morphling being off the map. Map control going back their way. This could give them time to finish up more Lincoln Spheres. Already saw how the one was pretty useful for them. Blocking the Manto, the lasso from Batrider.
Definitely showing that they can contend with Parker when he doesn't have Aegis. They can land those Shackle shots in the Sunrays. They've got tons of damage.
Are scanning.
Yeah, their burst is good, and there's no saving item on the supports. I think maybe he expected there would be a 4-staff or something, but Blink Aetherlands travels on the Rasta, and the Treant has only Guardian Greaves, which I guess it saves you a little bit, but not the way he needed.
BZM in the middle of 4. Oh. That's a freebie that Aurora will gladly take. I mean, we've just seen how many bounty runes Tundra have had with all the map control they've been able to gather up, but now it's Aurora storming across the river, looking for tier 2s.
Yes, he felt confident having BKB and Crimson Guard, but yeah, walked into a lot of disables and they just burst him easily.
Fine line.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
60 seconds without him.
Yeah, this can...
Aurora don't know... Well, you don't care that he doesn't have buyback. It's not like they're going to go high ground right now, but they've got a lot of room to wriggle out onto the map.
It does matter. They're going to go for mid pressure onto this tower. If it wasn't for him dying, right now Tundra would be able to just fend him off and fight. One by one, dying can definitely set back the game a bit. Still a 22,000 gold lead.
95% win probability apparently for Tundra.
What if it's those 5%, Gareth?
What if? There's a chance. Tundra amassing forces bottom. They've shoved all the way into tier 4 towers, so Aurora have to come back and remedy this issue.
Phoenix update, we're 1,000 gold away from that Hex. It's been working on it for almost half an hour now.
Yeah.
How it feels to be Phoenix, but a few keywords can get him there.
This might be both supports dying. He has to supernova to stay alive. The Doom on the Tiny should finish him off as WS arrives, wanting Ari, but a BKB Shadow Shaman's going to step away. Parker's come on forward. Lotus Orb already spent. 33 gets the jump and stun, but WS is a bit tanky. Right on. It goes to the Overgrowth. Now Parker can unload the damage. Gets onto the Timber. Can't chain away just yet. A couple of chakrams, a short jump to a tree, but Parker can keep on chasing in Timbersaw mode himself. Timber, chain TP. Oh, the chain from Parker, and the jump on mid. Makoto's found as well.
Oh, that's really painful. Mikoto doesn't have buyback.
You're right.
He spent all his gold to get this Aghanim Scepter as well.
They can buy back Timber, but not the Ember.
I mean, he had cooldown anyway, but that also means that Tundra know that he doesn't have buyback.
Tier 3 mid. Parker goes straight for it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
A cliff to delay things here.
Wind Ranger is doing the good old ostrich defense.
33. Most of them forces buyback. Mira hexed up, so he couldn't get the toss on the Doom. Good save by Ari there as BZM comes in. Lassos up the Tiny, drags him into Parker. Morphling shreds him down. Double buyback out of Aurora as VTune moves onto the Morphling, trying to get that damage into him, but it just tickles.
He's so tanky. It's a lot of HP to go through. She does not have an MKB yet either. Sure, she has some prompt damage. Got the serrated Shiv and the Revenant Brooch, but gets the Butterfly, Satanic, Skadi. It's a lot to go. Buybacks were expended for this as well.
They've got Serpent Ward still. So it looks like they want to finish off the Mega Creeps and then go back to Roche.
He has MKB now on Morphling. Oh. Wind Ranger cannot stand next to him anymore. He will just shred her.
Seconds before Makoto's back. No blip for the Radiant. B2 starts on BZM with an exceptionally good shackle. They've taken the Batrider down. He's got no buyback, but Parker and 33, they're on this Tiny, killing off Mira, dead for 90. Kaori has the Supernova. The focus from Parker, killing off the Pyramid Egg, taking it down brick by brick. Ari in the back being dealt with by Makoto, though. They've lost the barracks. And 33 dealing with his Lincoln Float to Wind Ranger by going to Doom the Timber Saw. And Parker slows V2. MKB going to work. WS dead for 110 seconds. And Aurora have to contend with Mega Creeps. One last-ditch effort. V2 and Makoto. They try and put them back, but Ari's here. Manta dodge the runaway. Nature's Grasp slows the retreat.
To safety. Low HP on Parker. It doesn't really matter though, they can't quite reach him. No surprise power shot to snipe him as well as he's gonna go jungle, heal up with the Satanic, and come back full HP. 2 dead for 80 and 40.
And Roshan ready to be claimed.
Yeah, they're gonna go and get Aegis. Saying without Timber, no way they can leave base and contest. Aurora get left and stuck in their base, fighting against Mega Creeps, basically pinned in their own home.
Going to clear out these waves.
This is Refresher Shard on the Roche as well. See who grabs it.
6.
Maybe just double BKB.
So many items. Shield rune there at the box spot as well.
Do the Morphling trick. Morph a bunch of strength, take the shield rune, and then morph back again. He's gonna do it.
And have like 15,000 health in effect.
Yeah, watch. He's gonna go full strength. Full strength. Full. Let's see, 6,200 HP. Yep, that gives a 3,000 HP barrier. Now back to Agi.
That's pretty nutty.
Yeah, that's a very strong barrier right there. Do they have a dispel? Not really. No, they don't have any dispels. That will be tough.
They could do with a Doom of their own with a Purge Creep.
Yeah.
Smoke into base. Look at Parker. The Morph Assassin. Ari jumps in with Serpent Wolves on Mira. BZM will lasso the Tiny. Make short work of the little pebble as Mira drops. The Shackled Sunring is good for sure. Kaori good damage into the 3 cores. But Parker just dives in with a BKB. Forces WS and B2 to Fountain. A Hex. Makoto sent packing as the Mega Creeps arrive and your buildings are falling. Morphling has 2 lives, so don't worry when he drops low. He'll dive Fountain and make you work hard for this one.
Yeah, he's in. He's got the Manta style to try and survive here as well. Max is falling.
The throne is gone. Tundra tie things up. They'll take it to game 3.
Man, that just felt like a really painful game to watch. The early game shutdown on that Ember Spirit really just ruined the entire game plan coming out from Aurora.
I mean, when Tundra have this late game draft, and you're able to play quickly and stop Aurora from building up tempo, you look incredibly good as we head back to Shiva on the panel.
Yeah, thank you very much. This was a Tundra show here in game number 2, meaning we go to a game 3. We put a lot of pressure on the Batrider for BZM after the draft was done, and it seems like that pressure worked out great, Tigo.
Yeah, just immense pressure from the laning phase. Sure, there's going to be a couple of deaths in the early game from BZM, but like
what works for them. I think it was 32 heroes. Even Tundra's at 37, which doesn't seem like that much of a difference. But I think every like 5-10 heroes means so much in terms of just like repetition and skill. I remember something March used to tell me back when I played with him was every player needs to be able to play 5 heroes and you can win a tournament. Like that's all that matters. You don't need these like massive hero pools. As long as you're really good at whatever's in the meta, you can win. And I think Aurora's kind of figured out that secret, especially with the stand-ins, right? Like you have your other 4 players, they stick to what works for them, and then that gives your stand-in the ability to like pick his, maybe he has to pick a little extra heroes, but like the rest of you guys just do the same thing, so it's easy for you to replicate the success.
But they're also picking stand-ins who want to play the same heroes as like the actual roster. Yeah. Right? Like Lorenov to Makoto, you could argue there is overlap. V-Tune, the way that he's playing, like Abaddon, the TA, Lifesteal, like Nightfall also wants to play them.
Tundra Esports,
that one might be a question mark. But the other heroes, like the Deuces, the Lunas, the Abba, the Lifesteal, like he's still playing Nightfall heroes. So it's not as if you're having to bring a whole new identity in. That's where like when you compare the two teams and the stand-ins, like Tundra, they've got a big character coming in and you've got to rework it. For Aurora, it's just like copy paste Aurora. Like just keep doing your thing.
Yeah, we are in it. We'll see what their thing will be for this series. We got the TA band, Aurora first pick, Tundra Radiant second pick there for overall last. We'll see which one they save for last.
Oh, good riddance to the TA.
5 seconds remaining.
15 and 3. What a stat line for a hero.
Especially for the fact that it's starting at like first pick. Like the value just goes up. The first couple of days, it's like, oh, it got picked here 1. Oh, it's like, oh, cool, another 2 win. And then you're like, yeah. Oh, it's 11 and 0. Huh, something's wrong here.
Yeah, with the supports that we're seeing, the Shamans, the Shadow Demons, Jakiros, Warlocks, all these heroes, TA does delete. So happy to see that TA is now getting respected. And as I heard from the muttering of Gunner, Shadow Demon is available.
Yep.
Rient is available.
Bat is available.
Yep.
Shadow Shaman.
Tundra Esports.
Again, Shadow Demon feels like the one that you would want to take of all of them.
It's kind of good with all of them.
Yeah, exactly. You take away the tree spells, you take away the bat spells. Like Shadow Demon doesn't put you in an awkward position. Like if they took the tree, the bat, and then they get responded with Shadow Demon, you would always be leaning towards, oh, what a weird draft. So yeah, Aurora, I'd be pretty happy with this.
I think Tundra might still just take the Bat Rider here.
Yeah, I agree. Like the way that 32 plays the Bat Rider, it's just okay. They go for Shaman, but to close the point on the Bat Rider, it's like he doesn't really care. He will just farm. He'll buy his Boots of Bearing plus 1 more aura. And then it's like, congrats, you tried countering me, but you're not really countering what this version
even in the fight, like does. If you find the Shadow Demon, he dies too.
Yeah. Oh. It takes the Shadow Shaman, and a hero that was very important in the last series.
5 seconds
say nothing but praise for what the hero can do. I would love to know if teams will look at how Heroic played the last series and think about Roshan earlier. Of course, it wasn't the Shaman by himself doing Roshan, but it was like a core plus a Shaman plus 1 more. Like taking it pre-15 is
Aurora.
I don't think many teams talk about this until at least Heroic just did it.
Yeah, I also think, I mean, we talk about Shadow Demon because it's such a strong hero, but with all these strong heroes, Shadow Shaman is actually the most picked hero because he's not going to get banned, but maybe at some point, especially with that win rate, should be
10 seconds
considered.
Remaining.
Closely followed by the Jakiro there, of course.
5
as the same reason, because there's just too many other heroes that you got to ban out.
What a beautiful timeline we live in, that the most picked are all just big laning supports, right?
Yep.
It's most patches you always talk about, oh, this core does this core does that, but right now it really is like the support tournaments.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it was just all started by Kaori winning the previous Wallachia on his Warlock, and everybody's like, wait a second. And it's just snowballed out of control.
Where's the Phoenix?
And the Phoenix is still in, the Warlock is still in. They can pick whatever.
There's no worse feeling than your hero pool becoming the hero pool.
Yeah, then maybe that's bad.
That is such a. Yeah. I mean, of course, Falcons spoke about it.
Yeah, the Skeeter, right? The Razor.
Like he wants the heroes that they're best at to be like tier A or tier B.
Yeah.
Because then you get to show why.
They're the only ones picking it. And
Tundra
doing
Esports, turn to ban.
Yeah, Bat will be banned. There's still 2 of the big 4 removed in the second phase. So it's up to Tundra. They got 1 ban. We have 2 supports picked up, so not a lot of information. So their ban has to be probably preemptive, defending something they're planning on picking in this draft.
They could just pick the Centaur.
5 seconds remaining.
Good for Shadow Demon. The Mars has been banned. A lot of the offlaners are banned. So just taking like a solid one, and the lane with Shadow Shaman's really good.
I mean, you can just ban out Ursa just in case as well.
Yeah, the TA is also banned. Good response to the Centaur. It's like a lot of kind of setup.
Tundra Esports.
Yeah, ban
Turn
Ursa,
to
pick Centaur.
That's a simple one. You scale the cart as well as just scales well into the Shadow. Like everything about the hero is good.
Aurora Gaming.
Also, so they go for Warlock for now.
Like on the carry Warlock.
Yeah, well, Kaori can have his Phoenix.
Yeah,
I don't think he cares.
he's gonna be Phoenix.
I mean, it's a very, very good Ursa ban. Like, you're going to have to show 2 cores here for Tundra in this phase. So far, 24 pick has been utilized more by Parker than other people on the team. So if you're going to pick BZM plus 33 here, you're naturally going to be wanting Brew, Tide, Centaur, any blob offlane. 33 is going to want to take it. So the Ursa is like, it enables that style of draft.
Aurora Gaming's turn to pick.
Brew.
I will. I mean, I know WS is a solid brew. Don't take me wrong, but
Is there
I
going to be a
feel like,
bug?
Tundra
I feel like the
Esports. Turn to
brew's been ruined in my eye.
I agree. The current brew, it's really good for like. There's a 5-minute like. You get your level 12 and your Ags and you're a level 18 hero. That's like the reason the hero's good, because basically when you split, the only thing that matters is the level of your ult, right? And since the Ags upgrade your ult, you become a level 18 hero at level 12, which is like pretty cool, I think.
5 seconds remaining.
But the issue is like you randomly get stunned by a Shadow Shaman and you die, or maybe there's some heroes that are good versus the bears. I don't know.
It's also in drafting. You've presented Tundra the offlane combination, so now Parker can actually take his carry here.
Yeah.
They're not having to hide it any longer. They're not trying to give it. So there's gyros, there's Sven, there's like heroes that can just kill the brew quite easily.
I mean, it's such a clean gyro game because you also have the Warlock 5.
Yeah, you don't.
It's like that's like one of the best. Pretty much when there's a gyro right now, it's Flak, or it's for Warlock lane. Sorry, it's gyro, and like that's like the best Warlock lane, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or I guess you could have like Tusk gyro is also fine. Yeah, like the tag team.
Like, Tusk gyro is for kill, and Warlock gyro is for just free XP, pretty much. Like constantly playing on small. They do take the BZM Invoker.
5 seconds remaining.
Are we? Because Kaori is obviously not playing as Phoenix. He'll play as Jakiro, which is the third of his heroes, if you will. Are you happy with that over the Phoenix? On hindsight, obviously.
Any little bit of lockdown, especially if they knew they're picking Brew, having Phoenix, Brew, and SD, there's like such limited stuns that I think Jakiro
kind of want that ice path.
Bit more laning presence, bit more insurance in some of these fights.
I think Ice Path is a really good combo with the Shadow Demon. Like he presses Disruption, you follow up the Ice Path. You like always have these like really nice combos, and even for like the Warlock Golem, like you see a Golem being placed, you can just Ice Path, help your team kind of kite out the Golem, as opposed to like Phoenix, where it's kind of a bit more committal.
I will say the
Aurora
Sunstrike
Gaming's
is also nicely set up with the Shadow Demon. If this used to be saving, and that's a Luna. So Luna has been picked.
I'm so happy
so far, but not very often.
The reason why I'm really happy to see this hero is because, one, the facet of Moonshield, your tankiness.
Amazing.
10 seconds
It is amazing. The fact that we haven't seen it across other players is really upsetting me personally. But the way Parker plays, he wants to push the limits at being annoying, right? Like Meepo, you have your Mega Meepo with Ursa, you're playing on Enrage. Like everything he wants to do, and even TA with Refraction. That's exactly what Luna can do. It fits the same category of the heroes that he's excelled at with Tundra, pushing the limits, being tanky, and just buying time to let other people shine. And if he itemizes to do this, he will be soaking the initiation, giving Shaman and Invoker the perfect entry for a Cataclysm, because I'm assuming BZM's going to go for Exalt Facet. But I'm hoping he just takes that facet. That's how I see Luna, thriving. It's also undispellable, by the way. Like you cannot get rid of it.
I've seen there's some cool things where if you play versus Brew and like you try to commit on him, even if he gets a split off and you have the glaives, you just like kill all of the pandas pretty much like instantly when they spawn. It's a bit scary because there's a Shadow Demon, which is historically one of the better matchups for Luna. Like you take Illusions of her, which are very good. Even in the late game, you can break her.
But doesn't that get countered by the Moonstorm? Because when you're throwing out your glaives, you press it straight away after the disruption. You then like
the illusions are dead.
Yeah, like
yes and no.
By butterfly.
As long as you don't buy butterfly.
Yeah. Like, itemization, Luna has to go different. She can't just go Manta Butterfly one Aegis and hit the base, right? She's going to have to play away from buffing up her own illusions.
That was the main reason why I was thinking of the gyro. It's like I thought the magic damage kind of teamfight carry was good here. It's just that Gyro's not countered by illusions, so like the Shadowing doesn't matter as much, whereas Luna kind of is. But yeah, like what you're saying, it doesn't. There's ways to play around it. It's not like the old school one where people would still buy Butterfly and Scotty and stuff like that, and then there was nothing they do. They just get disrupted, and the game's like, oh, I guess we lost, guys. Now people are better, items are better, the game's changed a bit. It's not as bad.
Right, 2 heroes for Aurora to think about. Bans are over.
Aurora Gaming's turn to pick.
They're the 2 heroes that, to me, Tundra will gravitate towards. Tidehunter will set up for Invoker combos down the line. It is that front line to buy time for items to come online. And then Doom, obviously, Void, Brew.
Tundra
What else do I say?
It depends on which carry Aurora picks as to what Tundra wants at.
Which is the Wind Ranger.
Wind is... I mean, Wind generally looks pretty good to me. I think in theory it should be good versus Luna, because Luna is one of those type of carries that's bad at 1v1 single target damage.
And you can't really buy Butterfly because of the SD.
we just explained why Butterfly was...
So it's kind of like one of those things where now you, on a Luna, when you see the rest of the draft, you're like, oh, maybe I might go more of the Ags, some more like magic damage bit. But you don't want to do that into the Wind, because then you're so squishy to the ult. And then now to counter the Wind, they're going to take the Tide. It's actually a hard draft. I don't know which one I prefer.
I'm leaning Tundras because I've seen them in this position before, where if the game is slightly difficult, the wave clear that they have, Whiteman's going to throw Golem on a creep wave just to shove it out. Like they're gonna always buy time. If there are damage problems, because Parker can't go for Butterfly, 33 might have a Shivas to amplify the Aghanims on Luna, or an Aghanims for the Gush to help with the right click. And I think Tundra's lineup is just very well rounded, and it has the elements of success that they've had throughout their turbulent kind of group stage playoffs. This is like the recipe for them winning.
I'm just not a huge Brewmaster fan.
10 seconds
for Aurora. I think the heroes, we might be getting to the stage in tournaments that heroes are just weak. So it's like, or the good ones are getting banned, as you have to like reach into the pool and be like, all right, what can we pick that fills the role in the draft we need?
But when he picked Brewmaster, there were still Centaur, Timber, Tide, all the ones that we saw banned and picked.
But this is where Aurora, they need to utilize Mikoto, playing a Void Spirit, play on the runes, get him an active rune, steal a Wisdom, then you go through the Brewmaster, some early splits. Like a lot of Aurora's game is like Mikoto and WS syncing up together with the sports behind, and hoping that V-Tune can like build a slight net worth lead to then kind of follow up. But I feel like Aurora, they have to play a lot better to win this game. Like Tundra can make mistakes, and they have the insurances to still be able to win it out.
Do we think that Void Spirit versus Invoker is going to be an interesting matchup in the mid lane? Or
I don't think
it's going to be fairly even.
As bad as it used to be. It used to be really, really bad, and now it's maybe like a 45-55 for Void. But especially with like random support ganks, like the Shaman might come take the water rune, he denies the other.
Yeah. I
think the lane should be even. BZM has probably played this 100 times.
Yeah, I mean, what else do I say? My guy BZM's going to be chilling. Again, I'm just leaning Tundra. I just feel everything about it just... If you take away the names and go, what draft just feels nicer to play in an elimination lower bracket style game, that's the game. Like Wind Ranger never wants to play in a game where it's like, if my BKB expires, can I do damage? Yeah. And this game is all about that. Like if you use your BKB incorrectly, if you don't have the damage items and you incorrectly focus fire, you are just disappearing from the fight, right? You are just waiting for your next charge to come through. So V-Tune really needs to be like on the ball with his fights.
Yeah. If the Shadowing gets enough farm though, like this game does end up like going to the 40 minutes, 50 minutes, maybe faster being in his build, and he gets an Ags, I think it's so good. You can break the Tide, just kill him. You can break the Luna, just kill it. There's so many different options you can do for Aurora to scale.
Yeah, and then that Shadow Demon first pick will definitely pay off. We're going to find out how this game is going to play itself out, but first, some words from Coach KP.
Absolutely. We are here with Coach KP. KP, Brewmaster's an interesting hero right now. It's getting picked a lot more, but the win rate seems to be going down. Is there a particular reason why teams keep picking it, even though it seems a little like dangerous, if you will?
I mean, it's my favorite hero, so I just pick it. I just make my offlane play it. Okay. I love the hero. But anyway,
30 seconds.
100% arrogance, 100% bias. Is that what you're telling me?
In all seriousness, I think this hero has like no counters, in my opinion. Okay. Kind of good, like just blind hero, I think. There's always a purpose in the game. Lane is like decent, you know. Overall solid hero, I think.
All right, that's a lot of positives. Let's talk about a dog hero. Wind Ranger, you're in an elimination game. It's all on the line. Last pick, Wind Ranger. Walk me through that one.
I mean, it's just
The
memory of
battle
Nightfall, you know,
begins.
it's like his favorite hero. You know, shout out to Nightfall. We picked this for you. Hopefully Vision can live up to the hype.
Absolutely incredible. This is potentially the least informative interview we have done yet here. You're not giving me anything. I love it. That is a coach's job. A lot of people get it wrong. All right, last question for you, for real. Okay, we asked you this before. What's the best case scenario for your team? The panel thought your draft was a little weak. They thought you had a lot to do. What do you want to happen? What did you tell your boys before the game started?
All right, guys, mid is going to be like a 7-3 matchup. Void Spirit versus Invoker, easy. We'll play through mid. Void Spirit is going to get 6, going to keep constant pressure on BZM. Heroic did it before. Tai Long, his Void Spirit, did the same thing. Actually, no, it was Beast. But anyway, same thing, doesn't matter. Rue is going to get 6. We're going to play through bot. You know, top Tide versus Wind Ranger. I think Wind Ranger still has a slight edge. We can play through top as well. Many options, 3 lanes. Take your pick. Snowball the game. Easy game.
All right, easy game. Let's get right into it as we see game 1.
Well, if Toa coaching doesn't work out in the future, KP's got a backup gig as a rapper, dropping the bars there with all the level 6s and heroes that can play through. A lot of confidence there in Makoto and WS.
He really went from giving absolutely nothing to Slacks to suddenly just overloading him with so much information that I don't think Slacks even realizes what he just heard.
Yeah, started zoning out, ears peaked up, like, hang on a second, there's information being spammed out here.
That's when you tune out.
Yeah, tune back in. But yeah, talking about that Brew being his favorite hero, being kind of uncounterable, giving space in the draft for them to pick up some of the stronger heroes.
Yeah, I think overall I am with the panel as well, though. I feel like Tundra's draft, it just looks so nice to play. I think it doesn't necessarily have a weak spot. It's very strong lanes, has late game covered by Luna being very, very strong. I would prefer Luna as a carry over Wind Ranger, even has Alacrity to buff her up. And on top of that, they have this massive team fight and tower push. I don't know. I mean, it basically has the only real weak spot you could argue is that it's not that insane at Roshing, but even there you have the Rust Awards.
And it feels like, you know, they're not going to lack in the laning stage either, right? Sometimes you look at these kind of mid to late game timing drafts with a lack of tempo, but they've got plenty here thanks to heroes like Shadow Shaman and Warlock that really shore things up. Definitely vibing with Tundra's draft a bit more. An Invoker Enjoyer with the Tide Hunter being able to unlock that Cataclysm later on.
Radiant's
Capabilities
courier
there for
has
Tundra.
been killed.
Yeah, and I've been calling for this Luna
Radiant's
a lot when we've been sitting here. Just, you know, before the panel throws to us, a lot of times it just looks like Luna would be such a nice carry in different drafts. Happy to see them go for it here over on the side of Radiant. But yeah, Dire, they definitely have some S-tier stuff going as well. Really like the Shadow Demon and Jakiro, such a strong support duo.
Well, a spectacular start for Mira. Double courier snipe. Parker's boots taken out. In the meantime, and gets the wave drag all the way back behind tier 2, it looks like, because he is taking a lot of damage from that Shadow Word, not Sunstrike.
Got the courier.
Yeah.
Didn't kill it, unfortunately. Imagine if you could courier snipe with Sunstrike. That would be silly.
Still dead. Oh, another Shadow Word on him. Tries to stick around there to hold the wave.
I think he just accepted his fate. I think maybe with Tango and our region, perhaps he could live through it.
Whitemon says thank you very much. Now we can gather up some of these creeps. Maybe get a couple of denies as well. Get the banner creep before it. Oh, no. Oopsie days.
No banner. Well, I mean, he got the kill, all right? He got what matters. Warlock's job is done here. He's got to run away.
That is a boots on Shadow
Demon, right? Blood Grenade.
So he's going to hold Disruption to make sure... Oh, can we just TP now?
I think he has to.
As I was saying, I'm thinking, can we just not hold Disruption to stop TP? Mira says, nah, let's cut this short. Don't want to keep chasing you down. Get back to doing my job.
Yeah, I think he could maybe have just ran next to him for a long time, but at least this forced the TP. That's 100 gold gone, and now if you kill him, he's not going to have the TP, so it's not terrible either. I think he wants to get back to the lane, because Luna against Brewmaster is pretty happily just farming away.
I wonder what the WW at the end of V-Tune's name is. Wind Wanger?
I don't know.
He's on the hero. Props to Nightfall from KP the coach. Saying that is...
Maybe he's a big fan of Wind Waker, you know, favorite item.
The hero that could have difficulties this game. Gotta keep that net worth up.
He's trying to harass the Tide as much as he can, but Tide is keeping Tranquil Boots disassembled right now. I'm gonna assemble them when he gets a chance to regen a little bit. So he's gonna be quite fine, I think.
So far, 27 and 4. Both of these heroes trading farm quite nicely. Look at that mid lane where KP was talking about this, what, 70-30 matchup, he said. Void Spirit is starting to manhandle the Invoker. 29-13 against the 17-6. But the kind of expected lane here. BZM to just throw Sunstrikes into the side lanes and get what he can through that.
It's fun to hear how KP and Gunnar have different takes on it. I also was leaning Gunnar's way, that I think it's pretty close matchup for the lane itself. Like, obviously I would favor the Void Spirit a little bit. His last hits are just that strong. But 70-30 is pretty aggressive claim. That's like a pretty damn hard counter. And so far, looking at the CS, this is looking really good. 32-13 versus 21-6 is a significant advantage. She's gonna get level 6 way ahead. And Kaori even thinking about making a move.
Yeah, and maybe also factoring in that period where Void Spirit will have this urn. It's arriving and delivered now. Where BZM, the Invoker, doesn't really make moves. You need Force to come in and react. The double TP from Tundra here to deal with Kaori's rotation. Can't quite get in line for a stun from Ahri. We'll shackle up the Void Spirit. He wasn't tagged up by the Fatal Bonds, so he'll be fine here.
Some quick double TPs towards mid. 200 gold spent. Kaori, your job here is done, even though he didn't get the setup and kill on Invoker. Forcing both the supports to come over early is pretty nice. Yeah, still make their way with Shadow Demon as well.
I guess it's the whole, like, do well in lane, outlast hit the Invoker, get this tempo. Fast to level 6, fast earn, play into side lanes. And then KP was also talking about playing through the Bruise level 6 as well, so you can have those building blocks of tempo to get you off the ground quickly. As Mikoto grabs the Invis rune. A little snipe onto White One here would be nice if they keep the poison stacked up. They've got the damage to the actual step to finish him off. While top lane, Jakiro's going to get away from that initiation out of Tundra.
And Invoker's still gonna stay and happily farm away here, even though his support gave his life. It's gonna be alright. Earn charges have started for Mikoto. Always nice to get those ticking so you have kill potential on people.
And Mira keeps sticking around mid as well, so they've got that pure setup. So often see Void Spirit go for the Yules so he can get Yules Ether Remnant. I guess he just goes for it here. I thought they would wait for Mira to disrupt into Remnant, but Mikoto pokes at the Invoker first. Mira comes in with a disruption a little late. I think BCM's pretty happy with the sequence.
Yeah, BCM has the raindrop as well to protect him. Really important if you ever laning as Void Spirit. Make sure to get those raindrops. It helps you a lot against the jump.
Already pushing mid-tier 1. Catapult wave protected by double supports. Really playing aggressively through Mikoto mid as Whitemon drops to about half health. But Ahri's rotation, a Hex onto the Void Spirit. They don't have an awful lot of damage and they're able to cancel Ahri's hold there with an Ice Path.
Early Ice Path wastes the Meteor. Looks like everybody should be able to disengage from this. Maybe not BZM though.
Tornado delays Mikoto, but with another Remnant back. Shadow Word required to heal BZM up with a wand and the raindrops, but he can't get a Fairy Fire off and dies. An extended fight where everyone is throwing spells at each other ends up with the Invoker falling.
Yeah, a lot of staring at each other on mid lane.
33, very low, but he does get away.
He's gonna be fine. He did commit for the phase boost though, so cannot regen up again. Gonna have to go all the way base, I think. So we have some serious stacks being made by Mira already.
And Ahri.
Yeah,
both sides.
Honestly, both sides way ahead what you would expect in stack creation.
TP out, cancelled. Warlock getting found here as he was pressured back by WS. Mikoto's gonna let the Brew get the kill. Level 7 Brew now with ulti ready. We've already had Aurora get into that mid lane and allow Mikoto to flourish. He'll now step back to finish off these stacks while Brew and Jakiro can maybe kick Luna out of lane.
Yeah, it's gonna get a bit of help from Mira as well, because Void Spirit does not clear the stacks that easily. On the other side, we see a Tidehunter who's obviously in need of no help against any stacks.
Blubbers through it all.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Meteor Ham build is coming out from BZM. We've seen this on Invoker quite a bit lately. As Midas became a bit worse on him, not giving any experience. We see a sort of a swap towards Meteor Hammer as a more active choice.
As you ticks all the boxes, push tower, clear camps, give you mana regen, give you spell out.
Spell in particular important when you have Rasta in your team and you have those big Sunstrikes coming in.
Your damage amped up.
Bottom tower is falling to no defense as Jakiro is just burning the tower.
Parker has fully evacuated. still sitting pretty with about 39% net worth, along with the tide.
Radiant's bottom tower
Very
has
even
fallen.
between the cores, apart from BZM, who of course did suffer against the Void Spirit. No surprises there.
Luna got enough farm before she gets shoved into jungle that this is not really gonna slow down her tempo that much. Ideally, you hold on to your safe lane tower, so it is a win for Aurora, but for Parker in particular, it's not gonna really hurt him.
Such an efficient item build from 33, as you'd expect, obviously. Over the Tranquil Boots, disassemble business, then into the pipe and the phase boots. Not wasting anything. Of course, Windlace is just such a good generic item to have. You can keep that and be happy.
That's true. Yeah, the Windlace is never out of place. As long as it can fit in an inventory, it's good.
Yep. Helps you run towards a rune. Unfortunately, Disruption's better than your Windlace. Tornado Meatball, though, onto this Kaori Jakiro. Being burnt down by the Meatball of EZM. Tundra bringing 3 heroes to help that Invoker in the mid lane.
Yeah, and 33 decided to go for the Kraken Swell facet as well, so +3 on his damage block, getting involved. Once he gets to pipe, he could just sit on mid. They don't really have good heroes to deal with him.
Even now already.
Ooh, he changed his mind. He queued up the Shivas instead. Maybe he wants to be more aggressive.
Radiant's bottom
Commits to buying
tower is
items,
under
so
attack.
it looks like it's gonna be a Shivas build.
Radiant structures.
Not as if
are
someone else is going to
fortified.
pipe, right? That's a straight shift in ideology from pipe to Shivas.
Yeah, one is
middle
very
tower
defensive, one is more aggressive, really. That's the way it works. I mean, the physical protection from having Shivas as well, along with his increased damage block, is also going to be very nice.
And maybe a way to deal with the Brew split, this aggression from Mikoto. Quite a lot of physical damage can come his way.
Yeah, and protect your
Are
teammates.
scanning.
Onto Ari with a double damage on Mikoto. Getting hexed up on his way through, so can't finish a kill on the Shadow Shaman. Tundra really trying to make as much noise in this mid lane, giving some targets but not giving up lives to allow Invoker and Luna to farm on these side lanes pretty freely.
Yeah, playing towards your Void Spirit is pretty natural for them
Radiant's
to do.
middle tower is
That
under
does
attack.
leave a bit of space for this Luna to get big.
Here comes Tundra. Tundra smoke forward. The BZM's shown on this wave. Comes back to farm jungle. I think Wind Ranger's read this. Dire Scan is there as well, which is about to turn red.
Yeah, she knows. She is
Radiant
definitely aware of what's
scanning.
happening, but I think they're fine with it, because this move towards top to try and find Wind Ranger and trying to open the top tower is much delayed compared to Aurora's take on the bottom tier 1 tower.
Radiant's middle
They've been
tower
enjoying a
is
bigger
under
map for a
attack.
while. They took the mid tower, took bottom tower, so
Dire's
already
top
they are
tower is
getting
under
out there.
attack.
Net worth is still looking very even, and that's largely part to due to Luna farming so fast in jungle with Mask of Madness build.
Yeah, but it's still a Brewmaster with his Hand of Midas, given a free lane and now free jungle and lane that tower falling, so his Aghanim Scepter's coming up pretty
Dire's top
quickly.
tower is under attack.
That means, like Gunnar was saying, getting to that level 12,
Radiant's middle
the
tower
ulti, getting
is
the
under
Aghanim Scepter, he does
attack.
become an incredible monster.
Oh, the Jakiro together with the Void Spirit. And the Magnifier.
Right onto the Warlock. Tons of damage dumped onto this guy as Parker tries to hold the line. 33's come in. Serpent Wards put onto Kaori there as a Sunstrike looks to secure the kill. A final anchor smash from 33 will do it.
So they get a return kill and they start taking over the bottom area again. 33 trying to shove them away. We'll see if WS can turn the results here from Brewmaster overall, because I had to look it up after we've seen him a few times, and I've been sitting here basically shit-talking him a bit, saying that Brewmaster doesn't feel that good.
Is it not good?
14 games played here in Wallachia, and it's 35% win rate. So not the most impressive win rate so far. It's not super contested either. I don't think the teams are necessarily Brewmaster pilled, but there is some infatuation with the hero that I don't really understand yet.
Yeah, and there was the interesting discussion, right, about reaching the bottom of the barrel in terms of offlaners and having to pick Brew versus this game, Brew being kind of open with, right? Second pick, if I remember correctly. Ari's going to get found in that Radiant Ancients area. Just a quick, simple support. It makes sense if he's like a last pick and you've got nothing left. It's like, okay, his win rate is going to suffer just through that fact.
Yeah, we'll see how much they can do with the early Aghanims, because last game I harped on how if you go Aghanims rush on Brewmaster and don't get to click your ulti, it's going to be useless. Yeah. Oh, they're going to fight this.
They're coming.
Tidehunter is coming in.
Winston trying. Tested. stepped into that area as Tide will take the shrine himself. Similar if Makoto goes aggressive onto BZM. White Monday pulls back, Makoto hiding in the trees. Needs to hammer landing as WS. He's going to come in here onto 3-3. Primal Split used up, the Tide Hunter being forced back and in trouble. He can't Ravage to save himself either, so shredded by Mira. BZM now stuck under tower. Oh, the Ghost Walk. It's got revealed, so they do see him on his walk back. A few more touches. We'll find a secondary core kill there for Aurora.
Talk about anything that went wrong during that fight, but I think the big thing that went wrong was outside of the fight. Parker TP'd somewhere else as the fight was starting, basically. He used his TP to go bottom and take farm, I think. I would have to see back exactly where he TP'd from and to, but basically they're fighting without carry and they cannot win that fight.
Whitemon does not want to give up the tower without defense. Drops the golem on Mira. Good fatal bonds as well, but Ari just can't quite catch up. Shadow Shaman pretty slow on his feet, not able to dance forward. Only Mira can TP back to base safely.
Gonna be completely fine. Void Spirit though going behind.
And gets a jump. Behind the tier 1 yet again. Dissimulate to burst through Ari. A final touch onto the chicken. Takes his head off while Whitemon, he's on the run, but I think Makoto is hungry. He's just eaten a whole chicken, but he wants a Warlock as well. And why not?
Mikoto gets the double on the supports completely single-handedly. He is just playing on fire right now. This Void Spirit is actually popping off.
6-0 and 4. This means there's tons of room here for B2 and Kaori to get damage on the tower. Right, Tundra playing 4v5 for the most part, as Aurora do bring the numbers every single fight. That was a good use of the Primal Split. Next fight, he'll have Aghanim Scepter. Makoto with the Spirit Vessel already has his Aghanim Shard coming out, scaling very, very quickly. This is kind of what we expected, right? With Tundra needing a bit more time to get to their initial items. We're looking for Ravage Cataclysm. We're looking for this Luna to scale up into 20+ minutes.
That is true. I do think that they want to use all their ultis together, though. We didn't see the Ravage used even because they couldn't really fight there. Bottom, they want to use their clips right now.
X, Serpent Wards, and the save. Shackles were held, though, from Ari. Considering continuing with the support coming in from Aurora, shackling up Shadow Shaman. Got dragged into a fight they couldn't finish.
That's where you see Shadow Demon being, that's basically his stake to one of the top S-tier supports in this patch. Is the fact that he provides a lot of catch, a lot of utility, but also that insanely good save with disruption.
So much of Dota is predicated on finding a target and blowing them up nowadays, right? So just having the ability to say, no, no, no.
Yeah. And
totally good.
I think in particular against Shadow Shaman, because even if you're a bit late, you can still save against the shackles. It's like, oh, I wasn't there on time, but I can still get there and cancel the shackles.
Still waiting for my boy Oracle to come back into the game. Get there eventually. All he needs is a Dispel, on his ulti.
Yeah, Oracle is not far away from being playable, honestly. Not far away. It's just difficult. It's a very, very saturated S-tier support meta right now. Like, the top ones are just so damn strong that it's hard to break into that category.
Just need to put False Promise on an enemy hero. Use it aggressively. Yeah. False Promise, you can use it on your allies and on your enemies.
Spirit Breaker, you can use it on the enemy, but not in the right way. Not the way you want.
B-Tune going straight into the BKB after Mjolnir. Looking to get that protection against the disables of Tundra. Your versus Invoker, you want that BKB.
Yeah, definitely makes sense. I think there's no way you could play the game without it, and Windranger almost always wants to have BKB, so you can ulti, pop BKB, Windrun, and you're basically unstoppable during that time frame. And unlike Aurora, we don't really have Tundra with a great save ability if someone gets gone on. So they're gonna have to just tank up innately by themselves. That's why we have Shivas on Tide. And we'll see Aghanim Scepter on Invoker, so preparing for the Cataclysm.
Just waiting for Parker. Everyone's been on Parker watch this tournament. No different this game. Aurora make their step into the Roche pit. WS taking things up for V2 to focus fire.
Not just tanking, he's dishing. He's staying in the fire, or state fire stance for a long time there. He's doing a lot of damage with his crits.
No contesting means Tundra trying to get something else on the map. Serpent Wards on the tier 1 gets an objective.
Dire's
Now
middle
looking at a
tower
Wind Ranger
is
with
under attack.
Aegis and BKB probably in the next fight.
50 seconds for the Torment to spawn. It's going to be the top area, so Dire already set up in a nicer spot. We might see Tundra think about cracking towards tier 2 or forcing some reaction somewhere else.
Parker is racing ahead though, isn't he? 13,000 net worth. This Luna, a hero that you've been looking for. We've been excited to see.
I mean,
very, very tanky and hard to kill with this Moonshield.
He did just break 300 CS at 19 minutes. That is agriculture, my friend. That is straight up farming.
Massive. I'm just trying to figure out how they actually kill him in these fights, or do you just like disrupt and ignore the Luna, make her kill herself with you?
Yeah, Disruption is a very good tool against her. Can maybe pass the Shadow Demon ulti onto her just to hold her in place a little bit and then fight the rest. But Aurora's game is going to be much trickier, you know? That's why I felt that way from the draft as well. Their team fight execution has to be very clean. Even in a game here where Void Spirit has been popping off from the start, they're still behind in golds.
It's a lot more delicate to choose your targets, right? Like, who do you Cyclone? Who do you Disrupt? Who do you Shackler Shot? Who do you Focus Fire? Who do you go on with his Void Spirit and his Remnants?
Yeah, you have to...
The first point of contact, you can't go on who you see, but then there's the reactions from Tundra. Kaori dies to the Tormentor, and Mikoto gets Sunstruck. Nice attempt from BZM. If that was a little to the right, could have found V-Tune, maybe. While Ari is on WS. Maybe it's the other way around. WS is on him. The Brewmaster is going to give him a few clicks. Shadow Shaman doesn't have any friends here, but a good Serpent Ward trap gives him some buddies, but as the Ether Remnant, we rack him back in. A kill on Mirror, thanks to Parker. There's at least a trade on the map here for Tundra.
Yeah, trade goes both ways a little bit there. Shadow Demon, despite having his Blink Dagger, gonna fall down bottom. So Tundra getting something for themselves. I think once Tundra gets Blink Dagger over on the side of 33, we'll see the game start shifting a little bit. They need mobility. They need Blink on Rasta, they need Blink on Tide, and they can be the ones activating and making moves. Right now, they've been very reactive on the side of Tundra, and mostly just been farming away.
And not bleeding out, though. Like, good resilience to keep this net worth lead within 1k. I don't think it's been much more than that this entire game, although it has been Aurora making those first steps, setting the tempo of the match.
Yeah, Aurora are preparing to play a big map, though. WS is going for the travels on Brewmaster, and for now, him and Shadow Demon just running together, looking for something. Brew ulti is ready, and we can see WS. He wants to use ulti. Doesn't want to just stand and farm. It's pretty close to the tier 2 tower, though, but they're going on Shadow Shaman.
Oh, drop though as a reaction. Nice Fatal Bond to the Ravage, Cataclysm to blow up Mirror, double kill for BZM, and WS gone as well. Tundra with a combo, reacting beautifully.
33, man. 33 gets a fantastic Ravage onto everybody there, and from there on, it was just an overcommitment too close to a tower. Like, they're diving a support right next to a tier 2 tower, and they got punished so hard for it. I also don't think the Aurora's draft can afford too many mistakes like that. You are playing against a super hard carry in Luna, and you're running this tempo carry that is Wind Ranger. I mean, yeah, we've seen Wind Ranger do okay in late games sometimes, but usually you have to dominate to get there. You get a replay of what happened there.
And then Titan, you come to me on the day of my Blink Dagger? How dare you?
I mean, that was 6 Sunstrikes landing. That's just so much damage. Ravage into Cataclysm. Still a very strong combo.
Ari setting up bottom as well. V-Tune. He's got Aegis BKB, so not really the target they wanted to see. And in fact, Ari is going to be the one that Shackler shotted up. BZM and Parker in the vicinity, but no intentions of playing with Shadow Shaman there.
Kill secured.
Oh, thank you. So
Corey will take that one. Yeah, as V-Tune still doesn't have a single kill, by the way, on Wind Ranger.
Oh, Mikoto. He's got Astral Steps. Alright, I thought that was going to be something from BZM. He was ghost walked and lurking. Yeah. A Rod of Atos Meteor Hammer. He does have some of the tools it takes to deal with this Void Spirit now. But a smoke wraparound from Aurora. Jump on Whitemon. Want an Invoker. Might get both. Tornado sends the Ruling skyward. Hunter coming in to help him, but BZM all alone. Throws some spells at the back. A save disruption there. Allows them to escape as BZM dies, and 33 trying to contend with the Brewlings and the Void Spirit.
Everybody's moving over. Luna is coming.
Need to bring Parker into this fight. Boosted beam, Eclipse, Parker starts to open up. B2 with a BKB, kills off 33. Back required there, and Parker has to defensively BKB while the channel from Ari gets in order to go to a place momentarily, but now shackled up and killed off.
Fantastic fight for Aurora, 1 by 1. As they get the clean pick off first on Invoker, there's a lot of damage missing. Cataclysm isn't there.
And you brought your 18,000 net worth Parker Luna in and didn't accomplish anything.
Yeah, she doesn't have MKB, so hitting into the Wind Ranger is not going to be a thing. And Wind Ranger with the BKB and ulti just have an easier team fight.
That's a good first jump. Getting BZM out here is very important. So
yeah.
There's no Ravage Cataclysm.
With the SD ulti, he's basically doomed. He has no way of running away. Doesn't even have Travels build on Invoker, so not the fastest.
Nice attempt with the spells onto Shadow Demon. Not going to be enough, though. That was with the remaining couple of seconds on Aegis. Also very happy to just go forward there.
It was a fight won, but they don't get too much on the back of it. Not really like Roshan was available or anything like that. So an important fight for Aurora because they need everything they can get right now. But I think Tundra are fine to just reset and go again.
And like, in reality, that was not even a 3v5. That was like Luna plus Warlock versus 4. And the Luna did a lot of damage in that fight. You can see Aurora dropped like half health on a lot of their cores. So you can start to imagine this next fight where they have Ravage Cataclysm. They might have the jump. That initial move from Tundra, if they can get in on top of people, it is very difficult for Aurora to react and actually fight back.
It's possible. Luna is smoked and looking for something, leading the way actually.
Sprinting straight across the map. Radiant Scan is there. They're going to come for the full wraparound.
They know they're below them.
Radiant are scanning.
Aurora smoke themselves.
Aurora unaware of what's happening right now.
Second Radiant Scan turns red, and they've got the jump on the Wind Ranger. Disruption save comes first. Ice Path to stop the Shadow Shaman shackling, but B2 gets Blink Ravage. In comes the Crack Cataclysm to kill him off. Parker picks up the kill. Mirror's dropping quickly. Parker with a double. Now Mikoto on the Invoker, trying to finish off BZM. Not quite enough to do the trick, though, as BZM with the help of the Upheaval and Tornado gets the clip on the Void Spirit and the Brewlings, and Parker starts shredding them. WS, and he slip away from this. Jumps off to the right-hand side. Blink TP to get to base, but the glide there from BZM gets the high ground cap. He's walked into death though, potentially. BZM cold snap. Wymon helping. Invoker with a deafening. Pushes Brew back, and Parker can arrive again.
This time, still
another blink.
Dude, WS is styling on them. What?
That's not allowed.
Don't tell me he lives. What?
He does. He gets away. Hops down to low ground. He's safe somehow.
I mean, that's insane, man. I thought he was dead for sure. He almost got the Invoker. It was closer to that Invoker died than Brewmaster dying.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Maybe a sign of things to come, though. Another fight where Tundra are able to get their spells out, and Aurora seem a little lost in how to react to it.
It's certainly a sign of things to come because Luna didn't have the Silver Edge by that point. She had a Demon Edge only, and now the full Silver Edge is completed. He had a lot of gold back in base. He's significantly stronger now. He's leading out a lot. BKB on cooldown for Parker. Might get caught early.
Manta. Just is on him though. Clip thrown out, and Parker with 3 seconds left on that cooldown is going to die. Cataclysm lands on Kaori, but 33 and Bloodborne unable to save the Luna there on the run themselves.
Not expecting Aurora to be that aggressive, but WS.
Brewmaster, he's in on top of Ty. Focus fire, out with the body block. Dropping down to half HP, 33 is tanky, but the WS in front of him, there's just no escaping.
Tried towards the end, he got the face boots for the no collision, but it was too late. EMP is not going to clip the Brewmaster, so he's going to be fine too.
Oh, the timing on Roche respawning as well. He's up in a second.
Under attack.
Through. Well, he walked in the pit. Yeah, he knows it.
So aggressive gameplay. Ari just blinking in, chasing the Shadow Demon.
Finds him.
As they start out on the Roche. Shadow Demon has ward nearby. He's going to see the Rasta.
Double damage down the bottom spot.
20 seconds still on the Luna. This Roche isn't the fastest, and Wind kind of low.
BZM's poking at them, but the primal split here straight towards him, and Focus isolated. Tundra throw away a life there, trying to contest the Roche pit, trying to delay things for Parker to respawn, but now losing out entirely.
done a great job on Aurora of not fighting into the Omega team fight that Tundra have. Instead, just picking off one by one. And Tundra, their lineup is not really reaching its full potential if they don't get to go together.
Don't give them the 5v5.
Yeah, they want the big brawl 5v5, but now there's this awkward thing where, okay, their lineup wants to 5v5, but Aegis in the hand of the Wind Ranger kind of flips that. Now you gotta wait out the Aegis timing. Aurora with the tempo control, they have the initiative.
And the itemization. Aeon Discs coming up on multiple heroes. Void Spirit has his, Brew is working on another. So ways to get out of that problematic Ravage into Cataclysm. Brew finished off the Refresher Orb first.
It's a pretty farm Brewmaster. They're gonna try to hurt him once.
Here with the shackles, but the save from Mira. He'll get blasted, but Brew can maybe get his ultimate off. No, he can't. Golem dropped on his head. Tundra flipped the game again.
Now, unfortunately, not able to get it out. He maybe didn't want to Refresher immediately too, because he didn't try with the Refresher into ulti. There was another wave of Hex from Rasta coming off. And Tundra biting into the Aegis and still succeeding. Or rather, the team that has the Aegis.
Yeah, waste as much of that time as possible. Now playing up top. 33 shoves out the wave. The rest of them in that top left corner.
Teams vying for control over the map. It is going to be a Tormentor going the way of Radiant. Which shard do they get? It's the Rasta. I feel like it's always the Rasta shard.
Koto always hunting. Amplified damage expiring. Looking for the smoke break and like a jump on a support here. But Tundra have a very good job of extricating themselves from that top left corner.
They leave the area. The Invoker walked over Vision though. Gonna get shackled.
Yeah, V2's here. The Wind Ranger just pops out of nowhere.
Holy. Okay,
annihilates the Invoker.
He has a Rated Shiv and Remnant's Brooch. Yep. He's proccing. This boy is doing damage. Yeah, single target damage. The Wind Ranger is insane. But these pickoffs, that's where she shines.
Dire are scanning.
No help there for BZM either. Warlock and Shadow Shaman trying to play out
under attack.
as wide a map as they can. Playing up towards, pushing wave, trying to open things up as much as possible. Aurora saying, screw it, we're just going to shove down mid, get these tier 2 towers.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Lift being expanded, but of course with no Invoker, they're not too interested in fighting.
And Brew has boots to travel, so Brew is cleared to the bottom lane, TP's back up the top, and their 5 heroes all gathered up together again. And the lead, which is really
is under attack.
They want to drop some snakes.
Heavily for the Luna. Suddenly this Void Spirit is going to caught up.
Yeah, they're going to force them home by using Rasta. Ulti on the tower, but the catch is coming.
Yeah, Mikoto's there.
I think both supports are dead.
It looks like it. Accept their fate. Disruption. Catch and kill. The damage. Mikoto with a double.
And they're looking top. Invoker showed himself.
Radiant's top tower.
WS is there onto BZM. V2 running around, pops the BKB and dies with a chakra shot focus fire. Kills off BZM while they cyclone the Luna. Aori has the Ice Path Macropire here at Parker as well. That's the BKB defensively, and he's still dying for the physical damage out of V2. Aori ravaged and killed by 33.
Yeah, I mean, you got the support, but you're still in danger, actually, getting run at slowly.
They just lost 4 heroes, and 33 might be the 5th. V2 and WS diving past the tier 3 towers. Okay, 33's tanky enough. But you've lost complete traction on the map, just slipping everywhere.
Yeah, not only that, but you don't have Ravage anymore, so a long cooldown expanded. The push is still here. Brewmaster has a Refresher if you want to commit it, but otherwise they could just hold the map as well. 1 minute on the Aegis for Wind Ranger.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The ulti tier 3 tower is dropping fast.
We just haven't seen Parker this game. He's joined a little fight as it ended in that top Ancients, left Ancients area.
I tell you what,
Twice.
Mikoto 9-0-11, this Void Spirit.
He's getting rooted and meteored. Tornado won't land though as he assimilates to the right.
Oh, and he dodges so he doesn't get triggered on the Aeon Disc. Still has it available.
Well done. Banner placed now as well, so the creeps lift up as Mikoto goes in. Onto 33, poking a little bit here as Aurora look to break the base. Melee Rex down. And even though V2 has that Aegis, there's only 20 seconds left, so they'll disengage.
Aurora have just looked really impressive. Their map reads and their movements have been really clean, and I haven't seen Tundra go together the way that, you know, expected in this draft.
I mean, it has to be said, right? Like we thought this draft versus draft was Tundra favored, and Aurora would have to outplay. And to be fair, Aurora have outplayed. They've done very well to get themselves to this state. But where is Parker?
I mean, it hasn't been the death ball that I expected. That's all. The you know, the threat of the big team fight. So I guess it goes back to Aurora having done a good job split pushing them, forcing them to go other places on the map. But certainly you have 500 CS on your carry, but he's not even that far ahead of the Void Spirit now because, well, you've been farming creeps, he's been farming heroes.
Damn, VTune has like 2/3 of the last hits. He's got more damage than Parker, looking at those stats. He's been getting solo kills on Invoker, he's been opening up the map. VTune has had a cracking game here. Even though it's like 3-1 and 8, those 3 kills have all been vitally important.
Yeah, both VTune and Mikoto have really delivered. Mikoto in particular, the double support kill up top was so monumental for them. Just, I don't know. It's just a lot when 2 heroes get taken down by 1 player.
Again, trying to find a bit of farm on the opposing side of the map. Split push seems to be the name of the game here. Forge Spirits, Serpent Wards, they can chip across the map and chip away at base, but the assault is coming on their top lane.
They're gonna use the brew push. So this is their version of like low committal push. Just brew ulti, and what are you gonna do? Only Luna can kill the brewlings. They're doing a lot of damage.
Bulldozing and pulverizing the buildings. Shredding through.
It's demolishing the Hunter. Only watch and stare.
Dire's bottom tower.
Make some Forge Spirits down on their base though. So a little bit uncomfortable to stick around here.
Radiant haven't limed their cement. It's falling apart.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
Melee racks down. Bottom lane, yeah, it's getting hard pushed by the Serpent Wars, so Tundra getting something. A pretty big kill for them. Try and kill the Serpent Wars off, but a good tornado kind of stops them while Kaori is caught on the other side of the map. Didn't evacuate with the rest of his team. And Ari does get the bottom melee barracks.
Yeah, the split push was successful. They got both the racks and they got a pick off. And they kept the range racks alive, so very nicely done by Tundra.
What a funny game.
It's back and forth, right? Tundra using whatever they have available. Team fights are hard, look somewhere else.
Definitely stemmed the flow with that net worth lead was starting to build pretty quickly. It went from 1k to 6 or 7, now back down to 4.
Yeah, they have the triple Aeon Disc, of course, on the Aurora lineup, so it's just hard to burst them, but Tundra, I think they're getting to a point where they have good continuous damage output. Satanic is about to be completed over on Luna. The disassemble, he's gonna have it.
A couple of seconds until Roshan fast spawn. 37 minutes in. Fast Roche, so nighttime. And Tundra in position. Have been scanned. So a good idea here that Aurora understand enemy heroes and high ground vision. They're going to be around where Parker currently is.
33. For where the fight is going to be, they split push top. Yeah,
Brewmaster just ulting for buildings. Come and deal with me. Witness my Brewlings kill your base. They're already being run at by 33. Dead in the water. Sunstrike landing. Good damage there to finish off the Jakiro. While top lane, BZM has to BKB to run away. B-Tune has the damage though to pummel him through the TP.
This fight.
Find Mira in the back though, so both Dire supports falling.
Supports for Invoker. I think you're still happy on Dire. They have buybacks as well. Master does have to run to safety.
Difficult to figure out where to look.
I think they're definitely okay with this on Aurora because they also got the racks, right? They cleaned out the range racks. Not a major objective to take those down, but for now, Tundra, without the Invoker available and no Cataclysm, their bursts will struggle.
I wonder, maybe they could have gone and snuck Roche, but it's a difficult task. Easily swap sides in a minute and a half.
Gem on the Brewmaster, recognizing that the Silver Edge Invis from Luna is pretty annoying.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Find the mid ward, get some D ward for himself. But yeah, top area is going to be the area you want to control. Dire are going to be there earlier. And Tundra not really looking to contest this Roche, but looks of it. They're drawing the line for it, but they're pretty late.
And they're going to be under a ton of vision. Double dire ward on this left side of the map. He's going to see them approaching, and that's where Aurora are running towards immediately, sprinting in towards BZM. They don't catch him quite. 33 is going to jump back to try and save the Shadow Shaman. Invoker's still being run at by Brewlings, but dead in the water on his Void Spirit. 33 is going for it with a golden drop. That's a tanky Mikoto. Oh, BZM has been destroyed. B-Tune dismantles him, and Mikoto's fine. Aeon Disc popped, he's alive, still going. And Tundra, without the Cataclysm, so much damage is now lacking.
Still looking for more. Brewmaster just blinking forward, not a care in the world with the Aeon Disc.
Got to a point now where Aurora's cause, a lot of them feel invulnerable.
It's really silly, but it feels like they've never gotten to execute the way they wanted, apart from that one Ravage into Cataclysm on mid lane.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Attempt to catch something, but instead, Void Spirit shows up.
Slapped. Turban wards, easy money there for Mira and Kaori.
Yeah,
Mikoto grabs another double damage rune and bottle to B-Tune. Parker, 5, 2, and 3, 650 last hits, 30,000 net worth.
He's 30,000 net worth,
but he's alone in the middle lane.
Yeah, I mean, what? He's gone. That's, I mean,
¿Por qué, Parker?
Couldn't he push that with Manta and just go?
I legitimately have no idea. I mean, the call must be made. We're in drastic season. We've got to do something to get ourselves back on the map.
Yeah, I guess so. I also feel like the 30,000 net worth, but he still doesn't have True Strike against a Wind Ranger and Brewmaster. He's been pretty unable to hit what he wants. Yes, he's good at killing the support, but who's gonna kill the course on the side of Aurora? Mikoto has also not died a single time this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We've got past the awkward stage of the game for Aurora. It did so well through that raw aggression, through Mikoto. Just like KP said, right? Playing through your heroes when they're strong, they did exactly that. Made sure that BZM was kind of shut down.
I mean, they've made Brewmaster look broken this game. So yeah, this definitely confirmed any doubts, or removed any doubts rather.
Just diving behind tier 3s at this point, looking for the support in the back. They root on Mikoto, Eon is crossed. Ravage from 33 with a Cataclysm to come. The damage is good and Mikoto's done. Tundra finally getting something to go their way. Gushing towards Mira in the back. Parker opens up on the damage. WS Eon Disc but heck. Nullified and Primal Split required. Will turn back onto the Luna with a damage from V-Tune. Annihilating Parker. Dead for 2 minutes with no buyback as he spent it. And Aurora 5 alive, plus ages in the hands of the Wind Ranger. They just go for the dive. 33 is being herded back to Fountain. And V-Tune, he'll walk back to kill off buildings.
It's just impossible to defend. They're lacking the damage. They have to wait out Cataclysm or something.
It seems an impossibility now. They'll jump on the Wind Ranger just to try and break the Aegis down, but V-Tune's going to stand his ground, fight back into 33 while WS deals with the support to the back. Mikoto makes the jump, Shadow Shaman, he's got a little bit of distance there, but the Brew keeps on chasing, hounding these heroes, forcing them to Fountain. They shackle him up, holding him. V-Tune's coming. Brew, he's disarmed, he's taken down. They got WS, but he buys back now.
He has travels too. He's going to be here very shortly. Keep us to a bottom wave. They still haven't taken the Mega Crates. The buildings haven't been focused much.
They've got another glyph somehow. Keep refreshing it enough. As a BKB Wind Ranger makes short work of the tide. Chipping away with a focus fire. And BZM bursts down the top left corner of our screens. Found and killed. Dead for 90. No Luna for a minute. Tide and Warlock against the world. Aurora 5 alive, ready to close out this game. Jumping on to 33, another Ether Remnant grab, assimilate, and a burst of damage on the Tide.
To kill him, and finally, Tundra will recognize that, okay, this is over. They could not buy enough time for the respawn, and that's just it. The game is over just like that.
1-0 here for Aurora. Looking incredibly good.
Yeah, that felt, I mean, a bit sloppy from Tundra perhaps, but Aurora definitely peaking here as well. They're playing so well.
Super woke up. Very, very sharp as we pass it back to Shiva in the panel.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. This was Aurora on fire. We heard from KP at the start of the game after the draft that he had very clear